created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
And good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside Northwest Arena in Jamestown, New York, where Nickel City Hockey Network brings you live coverage of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League playoffs. We are in the semifinal round with our next matchup featuring the Binghamton University Bearcats and the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining our broadcast as live coverage of the UNYCHL continues here on Nickel City Hockey Network and is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Buffalo's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Good evening, hockey fans. My name is Sean McHugh, alongside color commentator and producer Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jezorowski. And Aaron, this year's Tier 1 semifinals feature three teams that were not here a year ago, but the one team that was is in our next game.
That's right. Only Binghamton was a part of the Final Four last year, and they're facing the Cinderella team in this year's playoffs, Niagara County Community College. The Thunderwolves pulling off a massive upset last week, 4-3 in overtime over St. Bonaventure, knocking off the defending league champions and knocking them out of the playoffs. So once again, the UNYCHL will not have a repeat champion this year.
Yes, and that is something that has not happened in the history of this league. So it shouldn't really come as a surprise, not because of skill, but because of history. That St. Bonaventure school, Aaron, I got a fun fact for you. I went there.
Didn't know that.
No, you did. Will not be repeating. However, the Bonnies still are number one ranked nationally. They still have some season left as they'll be competing in the AAU College Hockey National Tournament in 2 weeks. So whoever they're going to be playing against, get ready for a very angry St. Bonaventure Bonnies team coming into Nationals.
Another team that's going to be at Nationals is this Binghamton Bearcats squad, and they made it all the way to the championship game of the national tournament last year. Obviously, they're looking to replicate that deep run in Philadelphia. However, the number 3 team in the country has some unfinished business here in the UNYCHL. The Bearcats have never won a league title, despite often being amongst the favorites and making a number of Final Four appearances. A year ago, they were knocked out in the semifinals by Buffalo State.
Yes, the Binghamton Bearcats are having mid-2000s Indianapolis Colts feel sometimes, but today they have a Niagara County Community College team that has better memories from this event, as this Thunderwolves team, they are a UNYCHL champion as they won the Tier 2 title 2 years ago. That was their second straight Tier 2 crown, and this led them moving up to Tier 1 this year. And obviously, they were ready for the jump as they did beat number 1 St. Bonaventure, and they come in with an overall record of 13-5. Players to watch starting from the blue paint, netminder Trevor Goodyear coming in with a 5-1 record, a 2.30 goals against average, and a gaudy 920 save percentage. Key's second semester addition to the roster. Man, that's a nice pickup to get midseason.
Yeah, he certainly has injected a little bit of extra life into the back end for Niagara County Community College. Meanwhile, for Binghamton, watch the top line. Matthew Usinski, Owen Roll, Christopher Simak. Those three are a lethal trio among the best in the CHF. Simak's stat line, 23 goals, 25 assists, Usinski, 16 goals and 20 assists. Meanwhile, Owen Roll has 9 goals and 18 helpers. Those 3 helped spark a run at Nationals last year, but there's also plenty of depth in this Bearcat lineup. One thing the Bearcats can do and do very well is score goals. The goal total numbers on the season, just staggering numbers, Sean.
165 and 20, 8.25 per game. Feasted on some poor teams, but you know what, Aaron? I'm not going to criticize them for it. You don't have control over how good your opponents are. You play the games that are presented, and they have a 16-3-1 record. They have gotten the job done again, and they're going to look to get a shot at their first title. And we've seen what this team is capable of on multiple occasions. They got some firepower, but this Niagara County Community College team is no slouch at all. We're going to head down to ice level to meet our starting lineups, and then for the singing of our national anthem, and then we'll be back for first period action.
Skating for number 17, Christopher Simek. For number 18, Matthew Wasinski. For number 44, Owen Roll. And in goal is number 31, Adam Bloodgood. Now the starting lineup for the NCCC Thunderwolves. Skating forward is number 11, Chase Schmidl. Number 15, Joseph Labruno. Number 88, Chucky Schmidl. Defenseman number 9, Caleb Lee. Defenseman number 16, Jason Gucci. In goal for the Thunderwolves is number 39, Trevor Goodyear. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you are able, would you please rise, remove your hats, as we honor America with the performance of our Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem, performed by the U.S. Marine Marching Band.
And good evening again from Northwest Arena inside Jamestown, New York, as we are just about ready for puck drop. But just before we get started, we would like to acknowledge our sponsors as our coverage on Nickel City Hockey Network is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility with simulators, lessons, leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social, the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. With a great selection of beer and wine, this is the perfect location to sit and watch golf with those who love the game. Located in downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park, book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast on Nickel City Hockey Network is also brought to you by Militello Realty, the premier real estate broker of Western New York. Buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property. Visit them at militello.com at 856-2872. We are underway here between the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and Binghamton Bearcats, and here comes the captain, Chuck Schmidl, off the hop through the neutral zone with the puck played neatly off his stick. And here comes Owen Roll. Roll will send the puck in deep where he's got Jason Gucci on him. Gucci, great defensive play, knocks the puck off his stick, but it will be kept in by Binghamton. Long point shot, kicked away there by Trevor Goodyear. Binghamton looking to gain possession as they will send the puck in all the way, but that will go out of play, or that will be gloved down, and we will get a face-off.
Yeah, continuing what we were saying there in the opening, it's going to be a matchup here of the firepower that Binghamton can bring. Not just that top line we were talking about, but there's a depth scoring bunch that comes 3-4 lines at you from this Binghamton side. And the new netminder, the second semester edition, Goodyear for NCCC, he has been a big part of their success. Obviously, he had a big game in the win over St. Bonaventure.
Binghamton looking to gain possession here as they look to send it in front, and they get it there, and there is the goaltender, Goodyear, right on cue. Aaron sliding to his left and making a great save early in this game.
Yeah, not even a minute into the action, 51 seconds in, and Goodyear's already relied on to make a huge stop. And a great one there as he read that play perfectly, slid from his right to his left and made a really good stop. You saw the reaction from the Binghamton player, the hands to the head in exasperation. He thought he had one there.
Yeah, great save, early save. They always say goalies like to get tested early to get into the game. Well, Goodyear got a test, and boy, did he pass it. And Goodyear will send it up with the pressure in front, but a good back check there by N-Trip and good defense, and that was number 20. Anyway, puck sent in there, and it's held in there by Binghamton.
Eddie Jeter, good play there on the defensive end. He was the one that got in the way of that pass in front of the net when his goaltender was out of the crease. Again, setting up some pressure there on the far side. Now he's trying to get some pressure on Todorovic here and behind the net.
Todorovic sends it in. Goodyear gets down on top of that as Binghamton was starting to threaten. Goodyear gets on top of the puck right here, and we're going to get a face-off coming up to the left of the Thunderwolves goaltender.
So far, a good start here from Binghamton. They get their first two lines out there, and they've essentially spent the first minute and a half in the offensive zone.
Binghamton keeping it in. This is Hayden Sutter looking across, and it's going to be picked up there by the Thunderwolves. But a good defensive play. That is Connor McHenry, keeps it down low, and then Tripp will look to chase. Puck is picked up here by the Thunderwolves. That's Anthony Miller. He will send the puck up right to his forward, Nicholas Hess, where it's juggled in the neutral zone and sent back to Jason Cucci, who will send it through the middle and is picked up by Miller, looking to get it deep. Actually, it's going to get a bounce, and Miller just puts it over Bloodgood, and Binghamton will look to break out. Puck sent through the neutral zone by the Bearcats. Nothing doing there as Connor McHenry is knocked off the puck. Kaluzny has the puck on the half wall, looking to get it out. It's looking to keep it in a big collision there between Miller and Justin Franks. Justin Franks is a big boy, too. That's a tough guy to bring down. Cucci again losing the puck here, but a good recovery there by Gavin Cirillo, and he's going to be in pursuit, but Binghamton will keep it in on a shot from the point. Anthony Janot getting the puck, sending it through the neutral zone, where Cirillo will look to pick it up here, but it's picked up there by Justin Franks, and he's going to send the puck up through the neutral zone, where Kevin Cullen will walk in. Cullen appeared to have gotten tripped, but it was all puck first, no call there, and we will continue on.
Good back check there by Janot, coming back to tie up the stick, making sure he was back in a good defensive position. Good play there to deny the scoring opportunity, make sure that there was no shot gotten off there.
Oh, weird bounce here, and it's picked up there by the Thunderwolves, but they lose possession just as they get it as Sebastian Henderson looks to lead the rush through the neutral zone. Henderson takes a forehand shot right into the breadbasket of the goaltender, Trevor Goodyear, and we will have a whistle.
Both of these teams looking to punch their ticket into the UNYCHL Finals. We already have one participant in that game tomorrow afternoon after it was Niagara University skating off with a 5-1 win earlier tonight over Niagara. So the number 2 team in the country is on to the league championship game. See whether or not NCCC or Binghamton can join them there.
Binghamton looking to keep possession of the puck here with Matthew Usinski. The top line is out there for Binghamton right now. Usinski, Roland, Simak.
This group is dangerous. Everybody on the ice in yellow has to be aware of who's on the ice and where they are and maintain their defensive zone coverages, because just one little slip-up is the only seam they need, these talented forwards.
And Tripp looking to break it out, but like Aaron said, this top line is dangerous, and they are cycling right now and putting all kinds of pressure on them. Here comes Binghamton as Usinski deals with it here, and then it's the captain O'Brien looking to pinch here. Gets a little far, not below the goal line. Puck is going to be sent out to center ice, where it's going to be played by Ivan Bogac, as it's going to be sent back in down below the line, where Caleb Lee will pick up the puck. Oh, he's got a man long. That's Joey Labruto. Labruto looks to get the puck deep, and he will accidentally backhand the puck out of play, and the former Buffalo Stampede forward from Lockport, New York will head off on a change.
Both teams making some changes here as we are about 4 minutes plus into the action. Plenty of offensive zone time here for Binghamton thus far, as they have been successful in getting their time in the offensive zone. They've forced the netminder for NCCC to make at least one tough save so far. See whether or not the Thunderwolves can push back and get a little bit of pressure in the offensive end themselves.
Puck
was out of play.
Yeah, Jack Maraska ripped that puck off the glass and it touched the netting, so we will get another offensive zone face-off in the Binghamton defensive zone here.
Yeah, there's no let-up when it comes to this Binghamton roster. We talked about that top line, Usinski, Roll, and Simak. This second line could be a top line for a lot of teams as well, as you see Justin Grew out there with Justin Franks, as well as Jack Stodorovich. Three very skilled forwards as the second layer of scoring, so you get an idea as to how this team ended up at a point in the season where they're averaging 8.25 goals a game.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting up beer league numbers, and when you have the depth this team has, it's no surprise, especially when they do play some of the lower-level opponents, but they get the job done. They do not play down to their opponent. They bring it every single game, which is why they are so dangerous and so consistently on the top of the league playing for championships, just trying to win one now.
Yeah, it's not just the lower-level opponents that they're feasting off of. We saw them score 8 against a very difficult Ramapo team at the Showcase in Elmira. They can put up goals against anyone. And a big reason why, as we talk about, is that depth of scoring. Even if you shut down that first line, there's another group out there ready to come over the boards and put some pressure on your defensemen. You have to be sharp throughout the entirety of the game against this offensive unit.
And right there, a little bit of miscommunication for Binghamton as the puck goes the length of the ice, and we will get another icing as the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves, that is tough to say sometimes, just doing a great job of putting relentless pressure on Binghamton. They're referred to as a Cinderella story, and in a way that's an accurate statement, but don't tell them that. They're not going to back down from anybody. They just won their league championship. This was their goal last year, and they have come a ways to accomplishing it, so they are not going to back down from this Binghamton team.
Yeah, the champions of Tier 2 last season, as well as the previous Tier 2 title game that was back in 2020, as there was no league play in the 2021 season. So this is a team that's looking for a three-peat of sorts, are the NCCC Thunderwolves, even though the two previous championships were at Tier 2. Obviously, they don't care. They just want to collect titles at this point.
As a Buffalo Bills and Sabres fan, I am not someone that's going to question the legitimacy of any championship. So, they accomplished great things, and now that they accomplished that goal, they're on their way up, and they looking to create possession, and it's going to be sent out by Caleb Lee all the way down the ice, and we're going to get another icing. So, the players are skating fast, but the puck's not moving with them. We talk about this a lot, Aaron. Seems like this might be a bit of a feeling out phase because these teams are not really all that familiar with each other.
Yeah, this is a new opponent for Binghamton, a new opponent for NCCC. So maybe just a little bit of trying to determine what the opponent is capable of and what their skill set might be, not wanting to overextend oneself, especially in the defensive zone, not trying to give any freebies to the opponent. Certainly a smart plan of attack from either side because both teams have a lot of talented goal scorers.
Jason Cucci, who I feel like will be on the ice for most of this game, retreats back behind his own net, looks to start a breakout. Pass not quite able to be handled cleanly by William Casulo. It will head down for another icing, and we will get another face-off in the Niagara County and the Thunderwolves defensive zone.
A little bit of a stop-and-start nature to the first 6 minutes and change so far. Polar opposite of what we had earlier on. We had a very strange game as the first semifinal, something I had never seen before, a protocol violation penalty. Even before the opening faceoff, Cornell was guilty of having the wrong starting lineup on the ice. The Niagara University staff caught that, alerted the officials to it, so Niagara started the game with a power play, kind of allowed that game to start a little quicker. There was no real feeling out period because of that. This one's had a little bit of it.
Hard!
But maybe the feeling out period's over.
Yeah, that's a great shot there by Corey Foster. Walks in over the blue line and steps into a really, really nice wrist shot through traffic. Goaltender never sees it. And Binghamton, like you said, Aaron, feeling out phase is done. The Bearcats get the first goal of the game.
And it was what looked to be a fairly innocent entry into the zone. It wasn't the type of play that you expect to result into a goal. But Foster picking it up in the neutral zone, cutting towards the slot, just enough of that against the grain play to get the goaltender leaning. Nice shot by Foster.
Oh, they got another one! What a shot there by the Binghamton defenseman, Jack Morozka. Steps in over the blue line again, wires a one-timer, low to the knee side, and just like that, Aaron, this quick strike, Binghamton offense takes a 2-0 lead. We saw them do this twice in Cornell at Lina. They do it to Niagara County Community College here, and in the blink of an eye, 2-0 Bearcats.
We talked about this Binghamton offense and their capabilities. They are absolutely capable of piling up goals in bunches, and appears that the settling in period and the feeling out phase for the game, for Binghamton at least, only lasted about 6 minutes, and then they were ready for the offense. 2 goals in quick succession.
And here's a shot there by N-Trip, and the first big save there by Adam Bloodgood. If they get it to Usinski, he was gone, but couldn't find a clear lane to him. Decided to dump it versus force a pass. Not the pretty play, but it's probably the right play. And here comes Chuck Schmidl with his brother Chase on his wing. Chuck looking to go through 2 of them, gets the shot, and he scores! We've seen that before, Aaron. Chuck Schmidl, the captain and the heart and soul of the Thunderwolves, works his way through 2 Binghamton defensemen, creates a shot for himself, and wires a snapshot home. Aaron, 3 goals in 30 seconds today, and it's 2-1.
Well, we talked about a feeling out period. That is officially over now, as both teams are certainly engaged in the action now, as the NCCC captain, Chuck Schmidl, takes advantage of that opportunity in the offensive zone. He went driving that puck into the offensive zone, got stood up by 2 different Binghamton men. Stayed in the right position, though. The puck came to him, and he quickly fired it on net, getting it past Bloodgood. It's a 2-1 hockey game now.
Caleb Lee wins the race and sends it down hole, but Todorovic is going to pick it up down below the goal line. Binghamton and N-Trip caught on the wall, but it's sent in where it's going to be held in there. That is going to be Dominic Migliorato. Migliorato sends it deep down low where it's going to be held in there, but it looks like N-Trip is going to get there, and they're going to look to send it out. Migliorato turns around in the neutral zone and sends it in deep where it's going to be tracked down by Thomas Dworak. Puck sent up, but it's held in there by Binghamton. Looking in front, the pass is dropped back, and it's picked up there by Justin Franks. Justin Franks sends it over. Here's a quick shot, and that one is held and swallowed there by the goaltender Trevor Goodyear, and we are going to get a face-off.
Big save there for Goodyear as the previous 2 shots got past him. That's a confidence builder after seeing 2 pucks go in the net in a row. That's certainly something that I'm sure he has to feel good about, as well as his mates on the bench and the coaching staff for this NCCC bunch. Good save to get himself back in the right frame of mind. And, NCCC, what a response there after the 2 quick goals by Binghamton. Not on their heels at all. They came back and they got one of their own.
Kyle Quintern looks to get it out, but it is stood up there by Jack Stappenback, and the puck is sent in down deep where Jason Cucci will pick up the puck and come out from behind his own net. He will send it through, but the puck will be picked up by Binghamton, and it's sent over to Migliorato. Migliorato sends it up to Connor McKendry. He's knocked off the puck, and Miller's going to chase it, but he keeps it in, though. Miller steps around Jack O'Brien. Miller looking to go around the net, sends it in front, and it's picked up there by Schmidl again, and that time he is not Schmidl, that was Kaluzian. He was flattened in front of the net right there.
A little bit more physical activity picking up in this game. This shift seeing a couple of hits thrown on both sides. First along the NCCC blue line,
turnover.
Then into the Binghamton zone.
Oh, that's unfortunate because Corey Foster tripped and fell. He might have had a scoring chance here, but N-Trip looking to gain possession. Another guy goes down. That would be Jason Cucci. Bodies are flying here. O'Brien sends the puck through the neutral zone. Good jump there by Caleb Lee, who will send it down the length of the ice, but he will be just a hair ahead of any of his Thunderwolves, and it will be sent down low on an icing for an offensive zone faceoff.
Almost 10 minutes into the first period, and we talked about a feeling out phase in the first 4 minutes or so. That has quickly ended. We had 3 goals within a minute and a half, and then it's been pretty good open pace since then. Both of the teams getting it up ice and getting into the offensive zone. Binghamton's now going to enjoy an offensive zone face-off to the blocker hand side of the netminder Goodyear.
A little bit of a delay here waiting on the puck here. Here we go as we are going to have Foster and Miller leaning in for the face-off, and Foster wins it back, and it's going to be held there by Ivan Bogach.
2 different plays at the blue line by Bogach to keep it in. The 3rd time he got asked to do it. This time it comes over the blue line. He just dumps it right in on goal. We're going to do another face-off from that same dot.
And I think from where Ivan Bogach was with the pressure he had, he will take an offensive zone face-off on that dump in. They're going to be about 25 feet closer to the net, and they're going to continue on offense. So we had about 35 seconds of goal, goal, goal. Now it's getting back to that neutral zone, kind of throw jabs phase here. And there's Bogach again, a good defensive play. And, it stayed in. Oh, that's probably the right call.
Yeah, offsides there along the blue line as that puck got deflected. 2 players going for possession of it, got deflected up into the offensive zone. Just a little bit off in terms of how N-Trip enters the offensive zone. So they're going to go right to center ice for a neutral zone draw.
We're going to get a neutral zone draw here. The refs are still conferring here, but right now we're going to have the very dangerous Christopher Simek, and then he's going to, that's a set play here as Owen Roll picks up possession, drops the puck back, but a good defensive back check here by the Thunderwolves. Puck is sent around the boards where it's held in there by Hugh White, but he's going to lose the puck here, and then here come the Thunderwolves. Here comes Cirillo on net, and a good save there by Bloodgood. Cirillo again, dogging on the forecheck here, but here comes Binghamton. They've got numbers if they move. Here comes Christopher Simek. Simek looking to put a move on the N-Trip defender, gets by one, drops it to Owen Rolfe with the shot. Saved there by Trevor Goodyear, and the rebound is steered to the side where it's picked up by Casulo. He's going to send it the length of the ice, and we will have another icing.
I think the NCCC staff and players need to have been listening to our pregame show. This is a line you can't give numbers and speed to. The back checking there of NCCC a little bit lax there. That was a 3-on-2 that allowed to develop, and they had the separation in the offensive zone. Great opportunity for the most dangerous of the Bearcats, Christopher Simek. NCCC's got to be aware when this line is on the ice.
Yeah, those are not opportunities you want to give up to anybody, much less to these guys, and they're going to stay out there as Simek, Usinski, and Roll will be on the ice. Puck sent, it's through, it's all the way down, but it did go off the Binghamton defender, Hugh White, and they will retreat. Binghamton looking to go the length of the ice. Labruto does a nice job to break that up, and Chase Schmidl will kick that over to him, and Labruto will send it over to Chucky Schmidl, who will have to retreat as the pass was deflected. Simek hard on the pressure right there, but Joey Capolino does a nice job to get the puck down low, and he will look to reset.
Binghamton getting a change in here as N-Trip drives it up the far side. One of the new players over the boards, Jack Stodorovich, causing a turnover in the neutral zone.
Puck sent cross ice, but the pass had a little too much heat on it, and Caleb Lee will pick it up, but he will then give it right back to Migliorato. The puck will be played by Goodyear. Crazy bounce, though, and Binghamton on the forecheck regains possession. Puck sent on low, deflection in front, save there by Goodyear, and the puck is sent to the blue line and out to center ice.
Goodyear been tested a couple times here.
Yep, Migliorato will send the puck in. That's deflected in by Todorovic and is picked up there by Joey Capolino. Capolino up the boards looking for Labruto. He's not able to get it. Bad angle shot on Goodyear. He drops into his butterfly and squeezes that puck. He will hold for the faceoff.
Not entirely sure he had it under him. There was the quick check over the right shoulder to be certain that the puck wasn't behind him. He did make that left pad save and held it to the ice to make sure there was no second opportunity for Binghamton. That same unit's going to stay out there for the Bearcats as it's Todorovic on for this faceoff against Stewart.
Quick shot off the point, deflected in front, but it's picked up there by Binghamton. Justin Franks will send it down low, where it's going to be wheeled around by Dworak. Migliorato sends the puck D to D, and it's sent up through the neutral zone, and here comes Jack Stodorovich over the blue line. Fans on the shot, but gains possession again. Circles around behind the net with 2 Thunderwolves on him, back to Migliorato. Todorovic sends the puck down low, where it's going to be held there by Justin Grew. Justin looking in front there, Todorovic on the doorstep. Ooh, look what I found. Glove save by Goodyear. Binghamton's having some success getting to those high danger areas, and you are playing with fire if you're giving Binghamton access to that part of the ice.
Yeah, Justin Franks with some good work down below the goal line to gain possession and make sure that pass got out in front. And his dangerous line mate right there waiting for that pass. Good opportunity for Jack Stodorovich as the second line from Binghamton proving that they're just as potent as the top line. Third line out there now, they're also dangerous.
Matthew Stewart, he is fast. He wins the race down low. He will look to drive possession, but a good job there by Binghamton as the puck is picked up by Connor McKendry, and he will send it up, and Binghamton looking to attack. Shot from the blue line blocked by Jason Cucci. He will get down low and send it to the corner where it's picked up by Binghamton. Oh, pass in front there, but not being able to be held there by Hayden Sutter, and the puck will end up in the neutral zone where Ivan Bogosh will send the puck in down low where it's played by Goodyear to Jason Cucci. Cucci comes around behind his net, gets by one, luckily gets by two. Koluzny sends the drop pass, and it's sent through, and then the puck is picked up by Binghamton, sent back in, and then back out, and we're going to be playing in the neutral zone. We've got a whistle for...
Maybe too many men. We had people right around the bench as that puck came right in front of it. Maybe it ended up coming out of play in that process, as it appears that we're just going to have a neutral zone face-off. I don't think any penalties are being called here after that exchange in front of the two benches, but there is an explanation now coming for a couple of the Binghamton players that just trying to figure out exactly what was called there. I'm not sure anyone's going to pass that along to us, but we're going to have a face-off right at center ice as we're under 7 minutes to go in the first.
All right, and the face-off is won there by Binghamton, and it's picked up there by Jack Moroska. Good defensive play there by Nicholas Perry, but it's picked up there by Antrip, forced through the zone, and is held in there by the Thunderwolves. Puck sent in deep there by Koluzny. Binghamton will gain possession here, but it's still picked up there by the Thunderwolves. Puck is just kind of floating in the neutral zone here, and now here comes Antrip, but again, a good defensive play here, and now the puck is picked up here by Kevin Cullen. Cullen with a man on him, looks to send it out. That's going to be chipped down. They are going to call that an icing, and we're going to have a face-off in the Binghamton defensive zone.
Yeah, Binghamton's going to have to get those two defensemen back there on the ice. They were trying to get that change in before the icing was called. So we get a group that has maybe just a little bit of tired legs. The forward unit, at least, they've only been out there for about 30 seconds, but these two defenders, they've been out there for a little bit longer. See whether or not Binghamton can gain possession. No, they don't, and Tripp with the shot attempt right off the draw, but they get the clear for Binghamton's sake, doing the work for their own right with the shot going wide and then out of the zone.
Puck picked up there by Noah Curiel, and it's then stopped in the neutral zone, but sent back in. Here comes Tripp with Kevin Cirillo. The puck will be sent in deep, and it rolls on top of the stanchions. That's... You probably learn how to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, we've seen that bounce a couple of times here. If you're familiar with some of the rinks in the Buffalo area, you get that a lot at Hockey Outlet in North Tonawanda, whereas where the glass is on the dasher boards, there's just enough of a gap between the end of the boards at the ice side of it and where the glass starts that there's just enough room for that puck to sit on top of the boards. And sometimes as it's being rung around the glass, it can actually sit up there at about hip level. It's never exactly where you expect to find it. There it is again as it's ringing around that far corner.
If it gets on its edge, it rolls. It rolls on top of the glass. Binghamton looking to establish some offensive zone possession as Owen Roll will send the puck back, where it's going to be sent in there by Migliorato.
Numbers.
Here's a breakaway. Here's Casulo walking in, and there's the back check, and he scores! William Casulo gets free. He gets behind the Binghamton defense, shakes off the back check, maybe shakes off a bit of a hook here. Does not matter, and Tripp gets this game tied.
Yeah, they got the puck up ice to Casulo, and there was just the one Binghamton defender in the neutral zone. He carried it in, looked at the passing option, decided to just drive it himself to the net. He made the move to the backhand, took that little bit of a hook. It seemed like the defenseman and the netminder both thought that they had knocked him off of that puck as Casulo stuck with it, got it to the backhand, and tucked it into the yawning cage. It's a 2-2 hockey game. It's been a very exciting first period, and we still have 5 minutes and change left, Sean.
Yes, we do, and O'Brien sends it down low, and here's Binghamton again to the doorstep, and then Jack Stodorovich gets a look, but a good save there by Goodyear. Bogoch with the shot deflected in front, goes over the crossbar where Jason Cucci will pick it up, and again, great forecheck pressure is Todorovich down low, into the slot, picked up by Binghamton, pass across Todorovich on the goal line, and Tripp just under siege, just fires the puck down the ice. They'll take the defensive zone faceoff to survive that. 3
good chances there for the Binghamton Bearcats in the shift after they give up a goal. It looked like the one shot coming in from the point, that one got deflected about halfway through, changed directions, and ended up going high up over the top of the net. The goaltender, Goodyear, never saw it, though. He was trying to figure out where that went after that was deflected. He was fortunate that it ended up going up over top of the cage, but a good response here after giving up a goal for Binghamton.
Jack O'Brien looking to get the puck deep, but Chuck Schmidl looking to go the other way. Puck is sent out to the neutral zone to Joe Labruto. He's 1-on-3, and a good back check there by Hugh White. Excuse me, not Hugh White. That was Justin Grew. Here comes Binghamton again. There's the shot. Does not get through. Still on the doorstep. Binghamton is getting to the slot relatively easily, but Chuck Schmidl looking to go through the neutral zone. Got 3 Bearcats on him, still finds a way to get the puck in deep. Labruto in on the forecheck, and now the top line will go for a change.
2 great plays in the defensive end by Jason Cucci for NCCC. First, he made the play to stop the rush into the offensive zone. Then he had the awareness to gain possession and make that first pass out of the zone before he headed off for a change.
Puck picked up there by Dworak, and he will send it on the boards. But again, Binghamton on the forecheck forces them back. Dworak has the puck again. He's going to send a pass up where it's going to be picked up there by Spencer Rinzak. Puck knocked off his stick, and it's going to be out. And Binghamton looking to create a 2-on-1. There's a holding penalty coming on Niagara County Community College. That is going to be on Rinzak, and Binghamton will head to the power play.
Yeah, it was a penalty that definitely created an advantage for NCCC. Rinzak had to hold the player in order to make sure that Binghamton wasn't going into the offensive zone with some numbers. So it's a power play opportunity for this dangerous Binghamton offense, and they like to move the puck with precision and quickly on the power play. Watch the passing for the next 2 minutes.
And they're going to send Simak, Franks, roll out there with Henderson on 1 point, and it looks like it's either, I'm sorry, I cannot see the numbers.
Yeah, Simak playing the other defensive point, so it's actually 4 forwards out there. It's the entire top line plus Franks.
And Yusinski.
And then the 1 defenseman is Henderson.
Binghamton getting the puck in deep there, and Yusinski in pursuit right there, comes out of there with the puck. Yusinski going down below the dot, takes a shot, kind of fumbles with it, but Goodyear ends up holding on, and we will get a whistle.
Yeah, right on position there, right on the doorstep with Justin Franks. He was looking to bang home that rebound if there was one there. Good defensive coverage packing the house, though, from NCCC. 3 of the penalty killers out there were within an arm's length of their netminder, making sure that they were protecting and not allowing other Binghamton players to come looking for a rebound.
Face-off won by the Bearcats, held in. Here's Simak. Simak on the top of the point, sends it over to Yusinski. Yusinski floats one in for Owen Roll. Not able to get a shot off, but it's held there by Matthew Yusinski again. Yusinski to Simak. Simak holds, takes a shot. Good save there by Goodyear, and another pad save by Trevor Goodyear. Binghamton had it set up. The goaltender for the Thunderwolves up to the task.
In the early going, they only made 1 change after that first whistle did Binghamton, and they replaced the man in front of the net. Justin Franks had an opportunity before he came off, and now the dirty work in front of the net's being covered by Jack Todorovic.
And Todorovic will carry the puck down low, and it's going to be sent over to Henderson. Henderson will look. Oh, Simak will lose it. It's a race for Simak and Schmidl. Bloodgood will come out and play it, and then N-Trip will just send the puck all the way down with Gavin Cirillo, where the puck will then be picked up there by Sebastian Henderson.
Just 40 seconds remaining on this Binghamton power play. Plenty more time, though, as they get some fresh bodies out there. We get the second unit right now. They have too many men on the ice right now. They have 6 skaters out there, and they got away with it.
Oh, boy, yep. And look, and nobody saw it but us. No one was complaining, so they did get away with it. But either way, Stappenbeck will send the puck, but he's got Cucci all over him. But we're still, Jason Cucci having himself a shift here. Here's Bogach, and a good stick there again by Anthony Janot.
Good penalty killing so far here. Just 7 seconds remaining on this power play for Binghamton. They had 6 guys out there at one period, but still wasn't enough, as almost killing this off so far is NCCC. Last second opportunity, though, as Justin Grew almost snuck that one inside the far post.
No, big time numbers for N-Trip right here. Oh, and they just missed on the pass as they had Spencer Rinzak gone. Puck sent up here, and it's going to be picked up by Justin Grew, but a good skate there by N-Trip. But here's Labruto. He's got hands. Oh, man, Joey Labruto, hockey in a phone booth. Here he comes. He's got Schmidl with him. Labruto shoots. I don't know what that was. I don't know if he knew Schmidl was there, but
he made the first move around the defenseman. He got himself free. I'm sure he wasn't necessarily expecting that late support. Took a good shot. Good pad save made by Bloodgood.
Yeah, if he knew Schmidl was there, he dishes that, because I just don't think he knew Schmidl was coming down. If he did, he's not looking him off. Here comes Binghamton. Well, actually, N-Trip, though, this line continuing to put pressure on is Schmidl. You can clearly tell Binghamton has a game plan for Chuck Schmidl, but Chuck Schmidl doesn't care. He's just ripping through them right now.
Yeah, there aren't very many harder working players in the UNYCHL than number 88, Chuck Schmidl. He is full effort every single time he's on the ice.
He plays the game right.
You shouldn't give him even a half of an inch out there. And now they have the too many men on the ice penalty. They've finally caught him. It looks like it's Binghamton that's getting nailed here for too many men, I believe. Wait, no, it's not. I think it's Tripp that ended up taking this one. Oh, my goodness gracious. It was just a moment ago. Binghamton on their power play had 6 men on the ice for about 15 seconds. They got away with it, but it is Tripp getting called for the too many men on the ice violation there.
Tripp is aware that Binghamton got away with that too many men, because the only 2 people that were bothered by that at all were us.
The Binghamton bench was bothered by it because they didn't want to get the penalty. They quickly got the guy off the ice the moment they noticed. Now they get the too many men power play here at the end of the period.
And that's just not, I mean, we can talk about even all day. Bottom line is you do not want to give Binghamton a power play here, and as this period ends, that is how this will go, as Binghamton will start the period with almost a full power play.
But now we get into the conversation about whether it's a good thing or a bad thing to take a partial power play over the intermission and into the next period. In theory, you have the fresh ice, and it should be a good thing for a power play.
Does that make you think too much?
How often do you ever actually see that pan out where a team scores a goal on the carryover power play? Sometimes the fresh ice actually ends up being a negative because sometimes you have that water buildup on the ice, and it's a little bit tougher to move the puck around. We'll see what we have here for the last minute 48 of the power play that's coming up here for Binghamton when we get started in period number 2.
Certainly an exciting first period as we are tied at 2. Binghamton gets 2 quick ones in 30 seconds. Chuck Schmidl answers right away, and then a few minutes later, with 5 minutes left in the period, William Casulo gets the game tied to get us to our score of 2-2.
Very exciting first period of play here as both teams, we talked about a bit of a feeling out period early, but they got that over with and then started piling up the offense in quick succession. As Sean said, those three goals, the first 3 of the game, were scored in about a minute and a half's time.
You have 3 goals in a minute and a half, and then one late to get it tied, and then a great penalty kill by Tripp, and then we're going to have to see a power play to start the second period. Before we step away, we would like to acknowledge that our coverage on Nickel City Hockey Network for this tournament is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's premier indoor golf facility. With simulators, lessons, leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Also a great selection of beer and wine, so it makes it the perfect place to sit and watch golf with others who love the game. Locations in downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park, New York. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast on Nickel City Hockey Network is also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty at 716-856-2872 or at militello.com. By West Herd, the largest automotive dealer group in the state of New York, selling over 50,000 pre-owned vehicles every year to customers in Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. Wester Auto, dedicated to absolute excellence in customer service. From Envious Gameware, designers of custom high-end hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel, the thought of look good, feel good, play good goes into every Envious Gameware jersey design. Find them at enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Finally, by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions, offering consultation for web and graphic design, social media, writing and editing services, multimedia solutions, and so much more. Visit them at 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. We're going to step away for a minute here for the second intermission as the game between the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Binghamton Bobcats is tied at 2. We'll be right back here on Nickel City Hockey Network for the second period.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready? People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
welcome back to Northwest Arena inside in Jamestown, New York, where we are just about ready for puck drop in the second period between the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and Binghamton Bearcats, where we are playing to a score of 2-2. Right before we get started, though, we would like to point out that our coverage on Nickel City Hockey Network is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility with simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social is the best destination for year-round practice and instruction, and with great selection of beer and wine, it makes it the perfect spot to watch golf with others who enjoy the game. With locations in downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park, book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast on Nickel City Hockey Network is also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty at 856-2872 or militello.com. Aaron, we're about to get started here in the second period, and the Binghamton Bearcats will have 1 minute and 48 seconds left on the carryover penalty that started at the end of the first period.
Yeah, we speculated as to whether or not the fresh ice for the power play, the carryover power play into the second period. I say it's the theory is that it's supposed to be good. You never really see it pan out. Let's see if Binghamton can take advantage.
Justin Franks will send the puck over to Matthew Usinski, and he will look to start it here. Usinski creeps in, sends it down low to the big man. Franks looking in front, and a good stick there by Goodyear, and then a good save on the tip attempt by Binghamton.
Great hand-eye coordination from Franks in front. He knocked that one out in midair and then found it on the ice and got the shot in on goal.
Really good clear there by Jason Cucci. I feel like we're going to say his name a ton more in this game. He's going to see probably 45 minutes, it feels like. Here's a shot here by Binghamton. Goes just wide again. Binghamton,
Simak slow to get back up. He took a hit there.
That's huge.
Simak down in the far corner. Looked like he took a shot after he let the shot go. And slow to get back to his skates. That is, there's not many more important players to their team in the entirety of the UNYCHL than Simak is to his team.
Oh, thank God.
Obviously, they're going to want him back.
He looks okay, so it looks like it was just a stinger. Like we say, rivalry or not, you never want to see anybody get hurt.
It was a clean hit.
Oh,
it was a big hard hit by Miller. There's a referee conference going on. I don't know. Are they determining whether or not anyone saw something as a penalty here?
That's got to be what they're talking about. I mean, from here, it looked like a hard hit, but not one that warranted a penalty.
Caught a glance on the replay, are able to kind of go back there and see it on the feed. And, yeah, they are calling a head contact penalty here.
They're instructed to do that by USA Hockey.
You see on the replay that we're able to see is that he let the shot go and was kind of exposed to the hit.
It was a blindside hit.
A blindside hit, and that's why that's what made it all that much more violent. And Miller's getting the penalty as a result.
That's tough because now Binghamton gets a 5-on-3 for a full minute, and this is another one of those times where the rule is in place there, and it was called. Anything close to the head, it's a point of emphasis. You don't have to like it, but it's a 5-on-3 here.
No, it's a 5-minute major as well, Sean, because they gave it a major. That's the part that surprises me a little bit, is that it's a linesman that ends up calling the penalty, and it ends up being the 5-minute major.
Yeah, that might be debatable here, but right now, yeah, that might be debatable, but be that as it may, it doesn't matter now. Binghamton has a 5-on-3 for 30 seconds, and then they'll be on the power play for a chunk of the period. Binghamton looking to cycle here, down low, and a good stick there, and it's going to be knocked out, and it's going to be knocked in. But again, Binghamton doing a good job. They have numbers, but end trip, a really nice play there by Gavin Cirillo will send the puck down to Bloodgood.
Trying to get two off the ice here.
It's a good play to do with that long change. They got Schmidl out there. They're getting Cucci out there as well.
Sloppy change, actually. They kind of got away with it.
I wouldn't recommend doing that again, but take what you can get here. And now Binghamton will look to set it up here as here is Grew. Grew will gain the line and send it over to Bogosh. Bogosh walks in, takes a shot, and a good stick there by Eddie Jeter to knock the puck out of play. Good news and bad news for end trip. The 5-on-3 is done with. That's the good news. The bad news is you're shorthanded for the next 4 minutes.
Well, at least I don't know if we necessarily got an answer about the carryover power plays, because the carryover portion's over. Binghamton unable to get a goal on that one. Here's the key important point for the Binghamton side. Simak's back on the ice. That's good to see for the team in white and green.
Yes, that's massive. That's an immeasurable loss here. Owen roll on Caleb Lee, looking to just hold it and milk some time. And he's doing a whale of a job doing that, but eventually Binghamton will get it as Henderson will get it forward, but then Jason Cucci will then Chuck Schmidl will launch the puck down the ice, and the puck will be picked up, and here comes Binghamton looking to gain some more momentum. Here is Christopher Simek with a head of steam. Simek inside, outside on Lee. He will get behind the net. Simek on his edge sends the puck to Usinski. Usinski looks off Casulo, but then the puck gets tipped over, but it goes to...
Great defensive play as Cucci with the poke check there, forcing that one out to center ice.
Great play by Cucci, forcing Owen Roll to have to retreat. And again, Binghamton retreating back to their own end with Usinski. Usinski gets through two of them, and here he comes. Matthew Usinski one-on-one with Cucci, and Cucci's feet knocks the puck off him. And Schmidl will get the puck, and he will send it the length of the ice. So far, a great penalty kill here for Niagara County Community College. But here comes the ever-dangerous Christopher Simek.
Yeah, still almost 3 minutes left to go to kill off this major penalty. The 5-minute head contact call against Anthony Miller, still in the penalty box with his helmet off and his hands on his head, hoping that his teammates can kill off this penalty that he ended up being assessed.
Well, going according to plan as usual. Oh, nice inside-outside move right there by Anthony Janot. And now Christopher Simek, just too far for him. And the Thunderwolves, again, Janot doing a great job killing this penalty and forcing it to, and he gets through him. What a play by Janot here. Oh, but he loses the puck. Now let's see what happens here as Binghamton looks for the breakout. Here come the Bearcats. Here's Connor McKendry, takes a shot, and Caleb Lee, the tall, lanky defenseman, getting his stick out on the puck right there. Puck goes out of play, and we will get another face-off as we're down to just 2 minutes and 7 seconds in the 5-minute major penalty.
And at least so far with the penalty that carried over from the first period and then this 5-minute major, all four of the players on the ice from NCCC have been active and a big part of their penalty kill. No matter which forwards or defensemen that have been out there, they've all been making sure they've done their part. And so far, they've successfully held this vaunted Binghamton power play off the board.
Oh, and here we go again. Here's a 2-on-1 here. Here comes N-Trip. Here comes Hernack in. Looks for the toe drag. Oh, and Bogots picks it off his stick from his stomach. What a play by the defenseman for the Bearcats. And here they come. Here comes Binghamton. Here's Steppenbeck slowing down, sends the puck down below the goal line. Puck sent over here to Connor McKendry. McKendry sends the puck there down low, and he's going to get it back. McKendry sends the puck over to Bogots. Bogots sends it over the dot. Here's the shot and a save there by Goodyear.
Pretty good puck movement from the second unit from Binghamton.
Extremely good puck movement. Great possession here as here comes Grew looking for the cross-ice pass there for Jack Stodorovich, but a good stick there by the Thunderwolves, and they will retreat again. Ivan Bogots sends a nice little saucer pass up ahead there for Justin Franks. He's dislodged from the puck. That was awesome. I don't even know if that was intentional, but it was pretty cool. That was Matthew Stewart, who kind of cross-checks the puck out of midair and gets a clear out of it. And here's Hess. Man, I don't know if it's Binghamton making mistakes, if it's Niagara playing sound or a little bit of both, but whatever the case may be, great job killing the penalty. But here comes Binghamton. Here's Bogots. Pass a hair too far. That's going to be an icing, and now Binghamton doing N-Trip a little bit of a favor here. And now we got to go all the way down to a defensive zone faceoff for the Bearcats, and N-Trip doing a brilliant job killing this penalty. Yeah,
N-Trip is only 41 seconds away from killing off what is essentially going to be 6 minutes of penalty minute time straight. Can't say enough about the effort so far by the penalty killers for NCCC. They still have some more time to kill off, and the most dangerous of Binghamton players are out there for these last 35 seconds, so still need to hold tight on the penalty kill, does the team in yellow and blue.
Oh, Simek goes inside, outside, and here he comes, but again, a great back check there by Hess. No call there, nor should there have been, and it's sent all the way down, and Binghamton's going to get one last gasp to try and make something out of this power play opportunity.
Plenty of speed for Franks, though.
That's a Mack truck coming in. Here comes Franks. Sends it to the slot. Usinski robbed by Goodyear. Usinski cross ice. And they just don't get enough stick on it, or it rolled. And 3, 2, and 1, and they've done it. The Thunderwolves have killed the penalty, but they got to get back into the play here, and they do. Puck held in down low, sent to the crease here, and Cucci doing a great job. Puck sent all the way down the ice. This will not make it for icing, and what a job of penalty killing for the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves.
Yeah, you could certainly say the Thunderwolves should gain some life from that penalty kill. Now they've forced another turnover. Those long stretches of penalty kill time, if you could successfully frustrate your opponent, that really adds to what you can do and your confidence in your own team.
Yes, your team, even the non-penalty killers and everybody else, especially the penalty taker, they will appreciate the effort. And that was just a great work there for 7 minutes of game time almost by the Thunderwolves. Caleb Lee picks up the puck in his own defensive zone and just kind of sends it down. Little miscommunication here.
I thought that hit a skate in the neutral zone.
No one's arguing, but yeah, it looked like it might have hit something, but either way, they're calling it out. Wait, no, are they getting there?
The referee kind of holding a skate up in the air like he thinks that it might have, but no, it doesn't seem to be the case. He's actually just looking at his skate. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for Binghamton. Apparently, we're the only ones that saw that deflection if it happened. Maybe our elevated position here isn't quite good enough to see that one clearly.
Face-off won there by N-Trip, and Cucci will send it across a little too far for Caleb Lee, but it's chipped on there by Anthony Miller. Jason Cucci will hold the puck there. He will slam on the brakes and turn into the corner, and he will then slam on the brakes again. He's got a Binghamton forward all over him. That's Hayden Sutter. And the puck is sent all the way. This will not be icing. And Binghamton will retreat. That's Sebastian Henderson. Puck sent in, and it's picked up there by Binghamton. Pass on the stick here, and here come the Bearcats, but a good stick by Cucci. Cucci makes a move, takes a hit. He's getting up right here, and then here comes Caleb Lee swinging it around. Cucci, no worse for wear, picks the puck. Ooh, tough pass, though. Here's Jack Stodorovich on his back end, and a great save there by Goodyear.
I think that Binghamton has already figured out that they have to keep an eye and maybe a body on number 16, Jason Cucci. He made a couple of good moves with the puck there to get himself free and then move that puck up ice. Binghamton tracked him through that and threw a big hit up against this near wall. He ended up taking another hit there moments later. So at least they're throwing the body on number 16 from the Thunderwolves. He's definitely one of those players that Binghamton has to keep an eye on when he has the puck, and he's also a danger in terms of defending for his own side.
Puck in the neutral zone here by N-Trip, and then it's picked up there by Ivan Bogach. Puck sent in there into the N-Trip zone where it's picked up there by Eddie Jetter. Jetter looks to send it ahead. That puck is a little too far, and Bogach is going to retreat back, and he's going to send it up ice for Justin Grew. Grew looking to get out of it, and here comes Grew. He's got Justin Franks. Here's Justin Franks with the puck here. Justin Franks steps around one. Franks looking for the stuff attempt, and he's beaten to the post by the goaltender Goodyear. Puck sent in there by Jack O'Brien. Grew sending it down low. Good defense right there by Jetter, and it's picked up there by Bogach. Bogach sends it right back into the offensive zone where it's picked up there by Grew. Jack O'Brien takes a shot, and he scores! The captain, Jack O'Brien, picks up a puck on the point, lets a snapshot go from just inside the blue line. It finds the back of the net, and the Bearcats get their lead back 3-2.
Jack O'Brien collecting that puck at his right point position, quickly throwing it on goal after he sees a nice crowd of bodies in front of the net. Looked like there were 3 different players in front of the netminder, Goodyear, and just enough on that shot to get through the crowd and enough of a screen that was there to keep Goodyear from getting a good clear view of that shot from the point. Jack O'Brien, the captain, has the 3rd goal of the game for the Binghamton Bearcats, and Binghamton now out to the 3-2 lead about halfway through the game.
And that's a huge goal for Binghamton because Niagara County Community College just got done killing that penalty and doing a great job doing it. You would think that the Thunderwolves gained a little momentum, and they might have, but the captain with a seeing eye shot gets the Bearcats the lead, and now here come the big guns. Here is Simak, Roland Usinski, and here's a shot, and it was deflected in front. Binghamton coming down on the boards, and then here's Simak. Simek is met there by an N-Trip defenseman, and the puck is then sent to Usinski where Cucci picks it up. Nice move to get around Christopher Simek. He's got Owen Roll in pursuit. Roll brings him down. No call. And Binghamton looking to gain possession here. Puck is sent out through the neutral zone by Thomas Dworak. Here's Simak. Nice move on Chase Schmidl, but he lost his stick. And here comes Chase Schmidl again. But a good back check there by Matthew Usinski.
And we talk about the offensive prowess of this top line for Binghamton. They're not afraid to play a little bit of defense either. Now it might lead to a chance. Ooh, good save there by Goodyear.
Good save there by Goodyear on the dangerous Owen Roll, and then here come the Thunderwolves. Picked up here there by Alexander Lebowski, and the puck is put in there on Bloodgood, and he will hold on for the faceoff.
Almost halfway through the contest, 10:32 remaining here in second period play. Only goal here in this period has been for Binghamton, but they've had plenty of time on the power play. I'm sure that they would have liked to have done something with those power play advantages they had, including a 5-minute major. 5-on-5, though, they'll take those goals just the same. It was a 5-on-5 variety goal that has given them the lead. Jack O'Brien, the defenseman, scoring the third Binghamton goal.
Henderson sends the puck in deep there, but it's picked up there by the Thunderwolves. The Thunderwolves looking to break out, but it goes to center ice, where it's going to be picked up there by Migliorato, who sends it back in, where Caleb Lee will chip it out. Henderson goes D to D to Migliorato. Migliorato sends it up the middle, looking for a breakout there, but it's picked up there by Hess. Hess looks to send it deep. It gets over the stick of Migliorato, and the Thunderwolves will look to forecheck. Migliorato sends it up there, but Caleb Lee picks it up at his point, and Caleb Lee takes a wrist shot, seen all the way there by Adam Bloodgood, sticks out the glove. He will hold on to it, and we will get a face-off.
Yeah, Adam Bloodgood being asked to make his first save of the second period over 10 minutes into the frame. He's been a little bit of maybe a bored goaltender here in the second period. Has a lot to do with all the penalties that NCCC was having to kill off. The decided shot advantage here for Binghamton so far, 22-7 right now.
That's lopsided, but there's a shot by Schmidl, and he just misses the glove side shot there on the goaltender Bloodgood.
One of those opportunities where you might be catching the goaltender a little bit off of his balance from not seeing any shots.
Here's the pass. What a defensive play there by number 34, Eddie Jeter, as Binghamton had a 2-on-1. Bogach misses the shot, but it works out. He walks in. Bogach sends one over to the far side. Might have been better taking that shot, but either way, here come the Thunderwolves. Picked up here by Rimzak. Here comes Rimzak. Oh, gets through two of them, gets through three of them, and almost gets the shot off. And the back check there, good. I mean, there's your captain right there leading the back check. Had to do a chin-up on the crossbar to not clothesline himself, but either way, we're going to get a whistle. But Spencer Rinzak doing a really nice job, almost with an unbelievable individual effort to get a scoring chance. Either way, though, the offense stays in the Binghamton end.
Yeah, Rinzak splitting the defenders, just unable to quite have enough momentum to go and catch the puck on that far side. Certainly testing the Binghamton defense there. Spencer Rinzak with some speed into the offensive zone.
Got numbers here.
Nice play by Cucci. He's going to be relied on to play that kind of defense all night by NCCC. At least so far, he has been showing why they rely on him to do just that.
That is not a penalty at this level, but it is going to be a face-off as Bogach, when he goes to clear it, gets the puck up on its edge and sends it out into the bowl, and we are going to get a face-off coming up to the left of goaltender Adam Bloodgood.
See whether or not NCCC can do a little bit better of a job at setting up in the offensive zone. We just mentioned what the shots on goal were at, 22-7 here in this game. A reflection of just how much time that they've had to spend defending in their own zone, and when they're in the offensive zone, just haven't been able to do a whole lot in terms of creating those offensive opportunities. In this case, Binghamton gets a clear, but this will go far enough for icing. I don't think I was expecting that one to be called. I thought it had already been waved off, but
Binghamton wasn't expecting that to be an icing.
That might be the high school hockey ruling on the icing. It was going to get there eventually. Whether or not the guy could have gotten there before him doesn't really matter. I was ready to call the icing, and I called it.
I mean, it's really not that. I mean, that's the thing with this hybrid icing. I mean, you kind of got to make the call quickly. You can't fumble with it. N-Trip sends out their top line, and Rinzak is on the line with Labruto and Chucky Schmidl right now. He probably deserves a promotion right there with how well he's played. He's going to send the puck back to hit.
Ooh, it's a dangerous one there. Had to be quick to make sure that Sutter was unable to get that one away from him.
Oh, Labruto tries to go one-on-one. Nice defensive play here, but kept in there by the Thunderwolves. Labruto going to the wall with O'Brien. I thought he would go to the wall. Looks like he didn't want to, and O'Brien comes out of there with the puck. Chuck Schmidl looking to pick the puck up, and he does. Turnaround shot, but Bloodgood paying attention, gets his stick out there. Labruto looking to be sneaky with it as well. Good play there by Curiel to get it to Labruto. Labruto throws one on net, and it's blocked by Bogach. Chuck Schmidl has the puck, looks to send it through the slot, picked up there by Grube, gets it up to Franks. Justin Franks gets by Cucci, walking in. Franks sends the pass again. Maybe another case of, here's Franks in front of the net. Franks passes again. Yeah, I'm going to say it twice. Take the shot once there.
On that first one, it was Chuck Schmidl coming back hard on the back check to make that play.
Oh, Schmidl blows a guy to pieces right there. Hugh White takes all of Schmidl's shoulder. What a hit by the Thunderwolves captain.
Yeah, leading his team as they would expect him to do. They're down a goal here in the second period. He's doing everything he can to lead his team.
Binghamton sends the puck in, will go off for a change. Caleb Lee retrieves the puck in his own end. He reverses course, and he gets it to Jason Cucci. Cucci looking to get ahead of steam. He can really move, too. Here he comes. Cucci drops it up to Chase Schmidl. Shot is blocked, and it's fielded and eaten easily by Adam Bloodgood, and we will have a whistle.
Again, Triple C players trying to lobby for a penalty there after Cucci made that pass. He got knocked down. You saw him kind of sliding towards the backboards. Lobbying for the call, but not getting it are the NCCC players, and we get an offensive zone draw here coming up for the Thunderwolves.
And Thunderwolves are starting to get their feet under them again after giving up that goal. They're getting some offensive zone pressure here, but their D have been caught cheating a few times, leading to some odd man rushes. Haven't been harmed for it yet. We'll see if that continues, if they continue to play aggressive from the back end.
See the big, strong defenseman on the far side, Dominic Migliorato, just out-muscling his man for that loose puck, and doing so rather casually, too. It didn't look like he was putting much more than about 50% of his effort into that. Easily pushed his man off that puck and then gained control of it.
Yeah, Migliorato looks like a defenseman who is absolutely miserable to play against. He's big, he's smooth, very, very skilled, and he is not lacking in sandpaper at all.
Plus he's like 6'6" and 225.
Even if you beat him too, he can still reach you from an extra 3 feet away, which just makes it that much more difficult. Caleb Lee has the puck jump over his stick, and here comes Owen Roll.
This is trouble.
Oh, and Owen Roll didn't get all he wanted on that pass. He had Usinski on the back door. Long shot there by Sebastian Henderson. It's going to be picked up there by Migliorato, and Migliorato taps the puck, and I think I see smoke coming off it because how hard he hit it. Sebastian Henderson, a jumping bean. Really, really got to be careful on those. Don't mess with that. Just get your glove on top of it and cover it because those are where problems start.
Yeah, you can hear the collective holding of breath from the NCCC bench there as that one bounced about 10 feet in front of the netminder Goodyear. Didn't quite have enough forward momentum to really be a dangerous shot, but it looked like one of those dangerous shots as it was on its way to the net.
You don't mess around with that. Shot from the point there by Henderson, steered away, and the puck is picked up by Anthony Janot. Great back check there by Owen Roll. Puck rips the puck clean off his stick, but then the outlet pass finds the stands.
Yeah, that's the second time I've wanted to point out the defensive work by this top offensive line for Binghamton. In that case, it's Owen Roll with the extra head of steam coming back into his own zone, forcing the turnover and keeping his defensemen from having to deal with the rush into the offensive zone. Not only can they put the puck in the net, but they can also do their part to stop the opponent from putting the puck in the net.
You do not stay as high in these league standings at this level for as many years as they have if you do not have it in all facets of the game. And Binghamton has effort in all three, offense, defense, and the neutral zone, and are great on special teams. But here, we're going to get an icing.
Yeah, there's no shortage of talented offensive players in the UNYCHL. Not all of them are able to and willing to sacrifice defensively like the three from this top line of Binghamton are. They know that when they help get the puck back, that leads to offense.
That's what separates good from great, Aaron. When you do it, when you're a great offensive player but lacking in defense, you're an offensive player. When you excel in all three areas, you're a great hockey player, and you can say that about a lot of guys on N-Trip and Binghamton. But yes, this top line is vaunted, but the Niagara County Community College top line has gone toe-for-toe with them so far in this game. Puck sent in there by Binghamton, and the captain, Jack O'Brien, forechecking from his D position. He comes out of there with the puck. He's going to spin it back down low before he retreats back to his point position. Binghamton forwards all converging here on the N-Trip corner, doing a great job working down low, but the Thunderwolves come out with Gavin Cirillo. Cirillo using the boards to send the puck to the neutral zone, and then a nice play and an unnecessary penalty taken here by Binghamton. That is going to be Hugh White.
Sold it nicely.
He sold it nicely, but when you put hands on someone's back, you're going to get the call even if they dive.
Maybe a touch of a dive in that case, but
when you get it, you're smart.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, you're a diver.
Yeah, it's either you're either criticizing him for taking a 2-minute penalty. In this case, though, it is not a criticism, as really good play there by Casulo to draw the penalty to make sure that he fell in a way that didn't look too bad, but also was enough to draw that penalty. Big opportunity on the power play with 5 minutes and change to go in the second period for N-Trip.
Cucci will give the puck over to Spencer Rinzak. Rinzak takes the shot, looking for the far side. Saved by Bloodgood, and the puck is cleared the length of the ice, where Trevor Goodyear will pick it up, and Jason Cucci will pick it up behind his own net.
They got that one cleared, but there was a rebound on that shot. See whether or not N-Trip tries to continue to create those rebound opportunities with shots from the perimeter.
Spencer Rinzak getting to the outside, getting around, stuff attempt, and he scores! Spencer Rinzak skates down the wing, puts on the edge work, cuts it tight to the back of the net, and then gets to the far post and stuffs it. And right away, Spencer Rinzak gets this game tied for the Thunderwolves.
I don't think Bloodgood was expecting that wraparound attempt based on the amount of speed that Rinzak came around the net with. Quickly, though, gets around that edge and makes that hard turn at that far post to tuck it inside. A perfect wraparound, a pretty wraparound there for Spencer Rinzak. It's a 3-3 hockey game now.
What skating ability and edge work there by Spencer Rinzak. He gets put on that line with Schmidl and Labruto, and it's paid immediate dividends and leads in another game-tying goal. And we're back to where we started with 4.5 to go in the second period. Puck sent in down low where it's played there by Trevor Goodyear off the wall, but it's picked up there by Jack O'Brien. O'Brien pinches and the puck comes out there, and it looks like Justin Grew will get there first, and he will. Here comes N-Trip again with Chucky Schmidl. Schmidl gains the line for Labruto with a snapshot, but a good stick there by Jack O'Brien to knock the puck out of play, and we're going to have a face-off.
Yeah, just a hair late in getting that shot away by Joe Labruto. Allowed O'Brien to get over to get that deflection on a good defensive play by the Binghamton captain. But might be some energy in the team in yellow's side here. They've certainly responded after Rinzak's wraparound goal. Good start to this next shift as well.
Yeah, definitely a lot of momentum coming on the side of N-Trip here, and they will look to gain possession here. Justin Franks looking to win the race to the puck, but Chase Schmidl will get the puck in the neutral zone, where the puck will be sent over to Eddie Jeter. Eddie Jeter sends the puck in down low and will chase after it. He and Hess are down low. Jeter comes out of there with the puck. Here's the play in front, and it's blocked, and here comes Justin Franks. Justin Franks has players with him, and here he comes. Franks chips it down, goes down below the goal line, drops the pass back to Jack Stodorovich. There's two Thunderwolves on him, and then here comes support here from Justin Grew. Ref telling the players to move the puck here, and the puck comes out to the slot where it's picked up by Chase Schmidl. Schmidl dipsy doodles by one guy, sends the puck through the neutral zone, and Binghamton will gain possession, and Jack Stodorovich will pick it up through the neutral zone, look to take the shot there, and a good play by Kyle Quintern to block that shot.
He's had a number of good plays from the back end. He was part of that group that was out there killing the 5-on-3. He made two different plays to help kill off that two-man disadvantage for N-Trip.
Here he comes leading a rush, and he gets the puck stripped off him, and N-Trip's got a forward back on D. Here comes Stodorovich.
That's Chuck Schmidl. I wouldn't be worried about him. There he is with the poke check.
Yep, that's your captain right there, but they always say pick on the forward when you can, but when the forward's the best player on the team, not going to work.
Good hit there by Schmidl, but he tried to hit the biggest guy on the ice. He only got enough of Sebastian Henderson to knock him back about 3 inches, not knock him off his balance at all.
Ain't scared of him though, and here come the Bearcats again. Simak with a shot, and he just fires it wide of the post.
Nice setup there on the drop pass by Usinski.
Oh, these guys are fun to watch. Here comes Henderson.
And they've played together for so long that they know where each other's going to be, and they can make those plays without even having to look.
It's like, honestly, it's like Crosby, Malkin, and Kunitz was for all those years. They're always there, and they're always productive. That was that line, right?
Yep.
Crosby, yeah, they were real good together. Kunitz made the Olympic team just because of that.
Yeah, and if they wanted to separate Crosby and Malkin, they had two lines that were lethal. It's a similar comparison.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not going to say that Binghamton is the next coming of the Pittsburgh Penguins,
but
they have a similar level of that second layer of scoring, just as dangerous as the top line.
Yeah, relatively speaking, I was just trying to make a comparison league-wide. I hope nobody took me seriously, or if the Simek family, he could be Crosby, I don't know. Puck sent in down low, and it's going to be held there by Goodyear, and then Chuck Schmidl will pick up the puck down low, and he will hit the brakes and lose his man, and the puck will be sent up through the neutral zone where it's picked up there by the Thunderwolves. Puck is sent in there by Kevin Carl, and then it will be picked up there by Binghamton into the neutral zone. Kind of log jammed right there, but McKendry will lose it there to Lee, and it will be sent back in down low, and the Thunderwolves will get a change here. Puck sent all the way into the end-trip bench by Binghamton, and we will get a face-off with 1:36 remaining in the second period.
You can make a case that both teams are doing what they're trying to do here in this game. Binghamton obviously wants to get out and run and to play fast and to create some offense through their speed and getting up ice with their offensive talent. They've done an excellent job of that. They have 3 goals and 23 shots on goal here with a minute and a half to go in the period. And Tripp, meanwhile, they're playing that more opportunistic style and playing it quite well. They have 3 goals on just 11 shots here in this game. Definitely take advantage of the opportunities that come their way. Binghamton not getting frustrated by the fact that they're still in a tie game here, despite the fact that they have twice as many shots as their opponents do.
Puck swung around the boards here, and Entrip looking to gain possession, but it's going to be sent down low where it's going to be picked up there by Sutter. Sutter will get the puck up, and here come the Bearcats with Nicholas Perry. Perry will send the puck in down low where it's going to be held in there. Perry and Steppen back down low, but it's going to be Sutter that holds the puck in on the half wall. He's going to take a shot. That's going to be gloved down there by the goaltender Goodyear, and we will get a whistle and a face-off.
A little bit of low to high game there for the Bearcats as they get possession down low, establish a little bit of a cycle, and then get it back to the point. We've seen that in-zone strategy several times today. As soon as it gets back to that point, that shot's coming in really quickly, and they're often with a screen in front of the net. Those shots could be a very effective strategy as this game continues. They already have 1 goal that way, the one scored by the captain, Jack O'Brien.
Caleb Lee will look to go D to D here. He's got 2 Bearcats on him. He will send it over to Chuck Schmidl, who will send the puck up to Rinzak. Rinzak looking for Labruto, and it got tipped at the last second where Labruto wasn't able to catch it. Labruto throwing the body in on the corner on Ivan Bogosh, and then Rinzak will send the puck down low. Jack O'Brien will pick up the puck, and he will rip it around the boards, and it will go all the way down the ice. And with about 26 seconds to go in the period, we will have another face-off in the Binghamton zone. This is a pretty big moment here. Both teams are going to want to try to get one here, but N-Trip is going to get the offensive zone face-off.
And they have some of their more potent offensive players out there. Actually, we have 4 forwards out there right now with Chuck Schmidl playing defense. So certainly maybe that late period push to get the go-ahead goal.
Face-off won by the Thunderwolves, and they get a shot on goal, and it's steered just wide. Binghamton looking to counter quickly. Here's the pass up the middle, and Chuck Schmidl's going to chase it down. He is the defenseman on this shift. He's going to be just fine, though. Schmidl gets by 1. He's got 10 seconds and ahead of steam. Here comes Schmidl. Schmidl over the blue line, looks to put a move on the Binghamton defenseman. Not to be had there. Binghamton will get it to center ice, and that will do it for the second period, and we will end the second the way we ended the first, tied.
Nice little captain-on-captain one-on-one battle there as Chuck Schmidl tried to step around Jack O'Brien. A good move, but a good job by the Binghamton defenseman to make sure that he wasn't able to get that lane into the net to create that last-second opportunity. Another entertaining period, and it sets up to be quite an entertaining third period as well, Sean.
Absolutely. This is what the playoffs are all about. We have the team that's on top constantly, and we have the team that wanted to be here and earned their right to be here. Heading into a third period deadlocked at 3. Should be an exciting third period.
You can certainly see why Binghamton has come into this game giving NCCC their full attention. It's not just because NCCC knocked off the top seed, the number 1 team in the country, St. Bonaventure, last week, but they've established a record here in the UNYCHL as being a deep, talented team that needs to be respected and can't be slept on for a moment within the game.
Absolutely, and if there were any doubters out there as to whether or not N-Trip was a threat to anybody, put it to bed right here. Not that I didn't have any doubts, but they're showing right here that they can hang with anybody at this level. They're not afraid. They've bounced back, and they're going in to a third period with a chance to knock off another powerhouse.
And they have one thing playing in their benefit that the other teams here in the semifinals don't. This is their postseason. This is the end of the season when if they lose this game, their season's over. They decided early on in the calendar that they would not be going to the national tournament. They are a non-tournament bound team when it comes to the CHF, so this is the prize at the end of the rainbow for them, is an opportunity to win the Tier 1 title in the UNYCHL. You know they are going to put everything they have into these final 20 minutes, and I would expect nothing less from the team in yellow and blue. We do have 20 more minutes to go here from Northwest Arena in Jamestown, and our coverage of the UNYCHL playoffs is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Also a great selection of beer and wine, so it's also the perfect place to sit and watch golf with other people who love the game. Locations downtown and in Orchard Park. Book your next event with Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty, 856-2872 or militello.com. This broadcast also supported by West Her, the largest automotive dealer group in New York State, selling over 50,000 pre-owned cars and new pre-owned and new cars every year to customers in Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. West Her Auto is dedicated to absolute excellence in customer service. Our supporters also include Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. The thinking of look good, feel good, play good goes into every Envious jersey design, and you can find them at enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Our supporters also include 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions, offering consultation for web and graphic design, social media, writing and editing services, multimedia solutions, and more. Visit them at 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. 20 more minutes of play in our second semifinal matchup. It's a 3-3 tie between Niagara County Community College and Binghamton. 20 minutes to decide who will join Niagara in the UNYCHL Tier 1 final tomorrow. Stay tuned when we find out who will come away with this game, from this game, with a victory. Second intermission, about 10 more minutes to go, and then we'll be back for third period play on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
Northwest Arena inside Northwest Arena in Jamestown, New York, where Nickel City Hockey Network will bring you the third period of this UNYCHL Final Four semifinal game between the Binghamton Bearcats and Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves. We are tied at 3, but right before we get started for the third period, we'd like to acknowledge our sponsors. Our coverage on Nickel City Hockey Network is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, and leagues, Buffalo Golf and Socials is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction, and with a great selection of beer and wine, makes it the perfect place to sit and watch golf with those who love the game. Locations downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast on Nickel City Hockey Network is also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Give them a call at 716-856-2872 or at militellorealty.com. Just about ready for puck drop here in the third period. We have a tie game between the perennial powerhouse, the Binghamton Bearcats, and the newcomer to the UNYCHL Tier 1, the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves. Aaron, before we get started, what do you expect coming into this third period?
Well, I'm expecting a hungry team in both sides of this equation. This is the Binghamton team that has been denied this championship time and time again. You know that it's something that kind of is that thorn in their side, the fact that they've never taken home the UNYCHL title. They don't want to leave this weekend without that title. And then on the other side of the equation, NCCC, this is their season they're playing for. Unlike the other three participants here at the semifinals, there will be no national tournament for NCCC, so they're going to put it all on the line here in these next 20 minutes. I expect the same from Binghamton. This should be a heck of a finish to this hockey game. It's already been a great game up until this point.
Puck's in and down low there by Binghamton, and it is Chuck Schmidl. No, he's not. In front of the net, and a great save there by Goodyear. I was saying, is Chuck Schmidl playing D on this shift? And it looks like he is.
Yep.
But either way, puck gets to the front of the net, and Goodyear gets tested early. And he makes a great save to keep it 3-3.
A little bit of an adjustment from NCCC head coach Drew Harris, as we noticed that at the end of last period that Chuck Schmidl was back playing a point position. We thought it was a 3 or 4 forward look at the end of the period to try to create a little bit more offense. It seems that Coach Harris is just trying to get his captain out there as much as possible tonight, and he's going to give him that extra bit of time as one of the defensemen. Looks like they have 5 defensemen now that they're running out there for regular shifts, and the captain, Chuck Schmidl, number 88, is one of them to get him that extra ice time.
Here comes Matthew Usinski, takes a shot just over the crossbar, and it's going to be picked up here, and here come the Thunderwolves with Connor Kaluzny. Kaluzny sends the puck back, and it's picked up there and tripped by Eddie Jeter, and it's going to be sent in there and held it and chased down by Casulo. Casulo locked up with Sebastian Henderson. He will then send the puck over where it's picked up there by Justin Grew, but it's kept in there by Entrip for a second until Grew can get it out and into the neutral zone. Puck picked up there by Thomas Dworak, and then picked up in the neutral zone again there by Binghamton, where it's sent up for Justin Grew. Grew looking to get her own Dworak, gets the puck in front, it's Sidorovic, and a great save there by Goodyear again. Two point-blank opportunities from high-danger scoring chances in less than a minute, and the goaltender, Trevor Goodyear, on his game, ready to make both saves and keep it a 3-3 tie.
There's that signature Binghamton play there, the hard push into the offensive zone, a lot of speed to get it down low, and then when all the attention is drawn below the goal line, get that pass quickly out in front of the net, set up that high danger chance like they did just there. Might have another one there as the puck comes sliding through the slot. Binghamton starting this period quickly, Sean.
Yeah, Binghamton's not playing around right here, and it's going to be on Entrip to answer here. Binghamton, they got a lot to play for. Here's a shot there and a big save there again by Goodyear, so he's ready in this period. But Binghamton firing shots at him. That was Jack Moroska. He's got a goal already in this game.
And he gets taken down, rather undisciplined penalty there. He's still holding him down there on the ice. This is a delayed penalty coming up here in a power play. It's going to be coming up at a 6-on-5 chance now for Binghamton.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that even was. I think the players stayed down to make sure each other was okay. That definitely wasn't intentional. The players gave each other the high fives as the play was happening. But either way, that's tough here. As also, not only is Entrip going to be shorthanded, but Anthony Janot, who has been one of their better penalty killers tonight, has to sit for 2. So here's the early third period opportunity here belongs to the Bearcats.
Yeah, it was just one of those types of plays where the defenseman got a half of a step on him, and instead of making the extra bit of effort with the legs, he reached out with the arms and ended up, before he knew it, hauling him down, and then the two of them kind of collapsed in a heap. Good to see that there was no added tempers to that little exchange, but this is a big moment for a Binghamton chance in the power play.
Oh, they hit the side of the net. A beautifully set up play there by Simak, but the Bearcats will maintain possession.
That cross-ice passing that they like on their power play. Once they get the formation and they start moving it around the perimeter, look for the skip passes and the cross-ice looks to get that wide-open setup on the far side. They're an efficient power play, and they clearly have worked on it a lot together as a group.
Yes, they certainly have years of experience together with this group, a lot, if not most of them. And here is Simak again. Simak cross ice. There it is. Simak. Captain O'Brien down to Simak. Cross ice on the dot. Matthew Usinski buries it on the snapshot. Binghamton gets the 4-3 lead 3 minutes into the period, and that is a huge goal for them, Aaron. You make a mistake, you pay, and Binghamton's got a 4-3 lead.
And it's an offensive zone penalty that ends up leading to the Binghamton power play goal. Coaches hate offensive zone penalties no matter what the circumstances. That one maybe even a little bit more to ruffle the feathers of the NCCC coaching staff. And then it ends up leading to a goal as that extra little bit of work now that Binghamton's gotten on the power play here in this game. They finally got through some of the early game kinks that they might have had with the man advantage, but they have the passing set up now, and it was expertly done there. Simak setting up Usinski, and looks like that's the type of play that they've set up 1,000 times in practice. They've also done it probably almost 100 times in games. This is a dangerous power play unit that can't be given that kind of opportunity.
And here comes Entrip looking to answer as Quintero sends it up, and it's picked up there by Dominic Migliorato. Migliorato looking to get the puck in deep, and Schmidl will send it up, and he's looking for Labruto. Little out of his reach, and it's going to be kept in there by Binghamton. That was Corey Foster. Labruto picks up the puck in the corner, and he spins it back, but he spins it back to nobody. But luckily, the Binghamton player wasn't ready for it, but it still lands on him, but then it's picked up here by Quintern. Quintern gets the puck and is sent cross ice for Labruto. Labruto looks to stick it away there from Ivan Bogach, and he does. And Bogach throwing the body into Labruto right there. He's a big boy. That couldn't have felt good, and then Bogach skates through him.
A couple of big bodies running into each other there.
Looks a little shooken up right there, but the play continues. Schmidl comes out from behind the net, and he's going to send the puck up to Rinzak. Rinzak sends the puck up to Casulo. He sends it in deep. There is a penalty coming up to Binghamton.
Jack O'Brien looks like he's the one being signaled for the penalty, trying to plead his case there, but
his hands on him up high. I don't know. I mean, they've called that today, so I guess you can't complain too much about it. I've seen that let go before.
In this case, it is not going to be let go. A 2-minute interference call against the Binghamton captain, Jack O'Brien. So Binghamton gets the power play goal to take the 4-3 lead. See whether or not NCCC has an answer with the power play of their own.
Casulo holds the puck in, looking to win the battle, but Binghamton's going to rip it down the ice, and Justin Franks goes off his back. Oh, and a good play by Goodyear to send it up here, and it's picked up there by Kaluzny. Kaluzny sends the puck up to Casulo, where it's sent in there by Anthony Miller. And the puck is spun around and whipped all the way back on goal, where it's going to be sent up there to Cirillo.
Going to want cleaner zone entries if they're going to get things set up. Just getting it a couple steps in across the blue line and then getting it sent right back down the length of the ice, that's just going to give Binghamton more confidence as they kill off this penalty.
Henderson looking to gain the puck outside of the neutral zone. He's looking to get the puck up here, but it's picked off by Entrip and picked up there by Eddie Jetter. Jetter misses his man, and it's sent through the neutral zone, but neither team can really gain any sort of possession. Anthony Miller's going to try his hand at it. Saved by Bloodgood and almost put into the net there by Henderson.
Yeah, that hit off a Henderson skate after Bloodgood made the original save. Didn't miss that far post by much. A anxious moment, I'm sure, for the Binghamton netminder.
Entrip looking to regain and wind it up, and here comes Jason Cucci. Cucci gets by one, but he doesn't lose him completely, goes through the neutral zone, drops it back to Caleb Lee. Lee gains the blue line, takes a shot, fires it into some shin guards, and then a good defensive play there again, and it's picked up there by Nicholas Perry. Cucci takes a shot from the point, deflected, and a good pad save there by Adam Bloodgood, and then the puck is fired down the length of the ice there by Sutter.
Yeah, that shot changed directions before it got in on goal. Rinzak letting that shot go from the far dot, or sort of from the far point. That definitely hit something on the way through. Good save by Bloodgood to maintain the visual on that puck after it changed directions.
Puck in deep there by Entrip. It's held in there by Cucci. Cucci leaves the puck there for Caleb Lee as the Thunderwolves look to get set up here. Lee sends the puck down to Chuck Schmidl, back to Cucci, takes a shot and a good block right there as it hits Dominic Migliorato and goes out of play. We're going to get another face-off. Basically, it'll be 5-on-4 for the face-off, and then Binghamton will return to full strength.
Yeah, all but 1 second gone of the penalty to Jack O'Brien. You saw him hoping that extra second would tick away as he was standing in the penalty box, but he's going to have to wait for the puck drop, then he can rejoin the play. As you see him, he's actually over there in the penalty box gesturing with his teammates, trying to make sure that he knows whether or not he's supposed to go into the defensive zone or onto the ice, as it appears that Binghamton is not going to be allowed to make this late change.
Yeah, Perry has to come back out there.
They tried to sneak Usinski out there so they can have the defenseman O'Brien come out of the penalty box and just go back into his defensive spot. Comes out of the penalty box, tries to set up a little bit of a rush up ice now. He's going to play forward.
I think he's capable of that. He's back on D with Bogach. Sent up to Usinski, and Usinski finds Simek. He's got space. Simek takes a shot and a big save there by Goodyear.
Too much space for that guy. You can't allow him that kind of room in the offensive zone to walk in and then tee up that shot like that. Goodyear bailing out his defenseman there by making that good stop.
Stewart setting it up, and they were looking for the bar down backhand, and a good defensive play and a save there, as it was Connor Koluzny who got in on the goaltender. Here comes Roll. Roll and Usinski walk in. Roll takes a shot. He was going far side, and it's going to roll all the way out here where Simak's going to pick it up. Simak inside, outside, gets through two of them, sends the puck in deep, and he will head off for a change.
I feel like that's a dangerous line that they're going to – it's only a matter of time before they end up putting another one in. Every time they're out there, they seem to be creating something.
Whoa!
There's a big hit.
There's a crunch there as Joey Capolino lowers the boom on Trevor Radin.
Looked like Trevor Radin was the one that was lining up the hit and was the one that received the worst end of it, but it's going to be an in-trip penalty, it seems.
Are they going to call roughing on that one? If they're calling head contact, then you're calling a penalty on biology, because that's just a matter of someone's height. I mean, if that's a penalty, then Tyler Myers can never throw a body check in the NHL ever if they're calling a head contact on that.
I don't necessarily agree with this call myself.
I don't either. I thought that was a good play.
It looked like two players coming together, and
he did initiate the contact. He just finished. He defended himself. What's he supposed to do?
Trying to get a glance at it here on the delay on our replay here, as we see the puck came out into the neutral zone, and try to get an idea of exactly what that call was. As we were saying, we're not sure in terms of how we saw it happen, whether or not we agree with how that has been decided here, but obviously the call was made, and now it's just a question of how severely it's going to be penalized.
I mean, and it's already been hit with a 5 for something like this. I mean, this didn't look anywhere near as severe as that did, though.
Still having a conversation there at the penalty box, and now the conversation is going to continue with Capolino in the penalty box.
Oh, he doesn't like it either. He's mad.
That is a...
that was a very, very not... That is not how you react to something if you like what you hear.
Yeah, I just got a glance at the replay if you want to go back and check on your feed, rewinding it back there and seeing what happened, but definitely it was the Binghamton player, Trevor Radin, initiating the contact, and Capolino in a spot where he had to defend himself, and the fact that he defended himself and where his arms were when he was getting hit, that's what leads to the penalty. I can certainly see the argument from NCCC's side, and then at the same time, it looked bad. So I'm not surprised that the call was made. I don't agree with it, but it did look bad.
Oh, no, I'm not. We've seen that called before. I'm just, it's more my frustration with how that's a rule versus these officials. Because one thing I want to say, in the games we've covered, officiating's been absolutely spectacular as far as I'm concerned.
And one of the things that we noticed here right at the outset, actually, when we were watching the Tier 2 semifinal games before our first semifinal here, the 4 officials on the staff out there, having all 4 out there, 2 linesmen, 2 referees. It's harder to have calls that get missed in that regard when there are 4 sets of eyes out there watching it.
People, if you're listening, parents, stop abusing refs and stop making them not want to do this, because this is how the game needs to be officiated with 4 refs. End rant. Puck picked up there by Binghamton, and they will turn up ice as Connor McKendry will look to wind it up. McKendry gains the blue line, sends the puck up, and it's going to be Binghamton gaining the zone. Jax Todorovic goes down low, and he'll send the puck down to Justin Grew, where he will convene with his teammate there, and he will drop it back. Looking for Ivan Bogoch, passes just a little off target here. Bogoch had no idea there was pressure coming. Are they onside? Yes, they are. Here's Casulo, takes a bad angle shot. What a shot by Casulo! From an impossible angle, fires it over the glove of Bloodgood. He got caught leading right there. What a shot! Wow, 4-4, tie game again.
Just when you think that Binghamton has seized all the momentum and had a power play to try to take a little bit extra, it is the shorthanded goal for NCCC as Sean said, Bloodgood leaning just a little bit towards the glove hand side, exposed just enough of that far side, but there wasn't much there. That had to be fit into the essentially at the size of a puck. It was not much larger area than a puck.
That's how small the window was. We couldn't think of a metaphor to compare it to.
I was trying to think of a bread box was the first one, but that was way bigger than the window that was there.
I don't know how he hit that shot, but here comes Binghamton. As there's a shot by Jack O'Brien. He scored from there before. And then Simek slides around one, gets it to Jack O'Brien. There's the shot, just wide. Cleared down, and it's on. Going to go just wide of the goaltender. And just as they're announcing the goal, the power play is at 3, it's at 2, it's at 1, and mission accomplished by the Thunderwolves. They killed it, and they tied the game in the process. And we are back to where we started with a 10-minute game left or more.
I always seem to think on those questionable penalties, whether or not, no matter which side of the debate you're on, if it's a questionable penalty, the way the power play goes will give you that final answer as to whether or not it was really a penalty that should have been called. In this case, I think N-Trip's statement that it shouldn't have been called in the initial conversation might be backed up by the fact that they didn't give up a power play goal and they got the shorthanded goal themselves. Justice kind of going by the way the game is played, in my opinion there. Questionable call, but NCCC not letting that bother them, not getting frustrated by it, and taking advantage when there was a chance shorthanded.
Good follow-up there by Binghamton, but they will get the puck out, and it'll be held in and sent back through the neutral zone. Good there play by Rinzak, as he has had an outstanding game so far. Puck is picked up there by Binghamton, as it is Dominic Migliorato sending it up all the way down. We will not have icing, and the puck is picked up there by Jason Cucci, who will send the puck up to Labruto. Puck did come out, as Binghamton will have to retreat, so N-Trip should be able to at least be able to start a breakout. But man, Binghamton comes in with 2 forwards. Oh, they almost hit that pass.
And looking for that long stretch pass through the neutral zone. Just a bit of a miscommunication there between Labruto and Cucci. Labruto cutting across the blue line of the Binghamton zone. That pass just a little bit behind him as Cucci stepped out from around behind the net to let that long pass go, trying to get it across 3 lines all the way to the far blue line and spring his forward Labruto. Doesn't quite work out though. It ends up as an icing. 9:06 to go now in regulation play, and Binghamton has the offensive zone draw.
Migliorato takes a shot that goes just wide, but it's held in there by Perry. Perry fires one. That's going to ring all the way off the glass and go into the neutral zone where Migliorato's got to pick it up and send it D to his partner. Perry sends the puck up to Justin Franks, and he's met there, and N-Trip will fire the puck back in deep, and they're going to have a player go for a change. Caleb Lee will swap out for Eddie Jeter. Justin Grew will send the puck up, and he's got Jax Todorovic with speed. Todorovic gains the line, fights through some stick checks, continues on through, sends the puck to Justin Grew. Grew sends the puck in down low, and it's doing that thing again, but it's picked up there, and Grew's going to get it back.
We're going to see people playing that properly tomorrow. After a game's worth of experience here in that building, that little bit of a rail there on the boards is going to be something that somebody's going to remember tomorrow, and they're going to be able to take advantage of it. That's just a little prediction as we're looking ahead to the finals tomorrow afternoon.
You can do that. It's an extra penalty killer.
It's true.
Puck sent wide air, and it's going to be picked up there by Jack O'Brien, who's going to rip it up the boards. Nobody home, but Jetter's going to chip it ahead, and N-Trip going to look to hit it with speed. Good stick there by Binghamton, and it's picked up there by another good stick by Jason Cucci. This is a game. Oh, here's a chance here for Schmidl. Schmidl looking for Jetter, takes a shot, and the puck rolled on him, and it goes just wide. Free clear here for Binghamton. If they see him, they're gone. Sutter jumping up into the play. Sutter down the wing, but a good back check there as it was Miller that comes back and dislodges him from the puck. Puck held in there by Binghamton, looking to create something down low, and it's sent the length of the ice, and they are going to wave off the icing as they should.
Yeah, it went just under the defenseman's stick there at the far blue line. Sebastian Henderson, plenty of opportunity to get the keep there, just couldn't quite get the stick down fast enough.
Binghamton looking to break out here, and N-Trip is up the pressure here, sending two. Slap shot in on the defender. Good play by Moroska. He's going to send the breakout through the legs and into the N-Trip zone where it's recovered by the Thunderwolves.
That didn't feel good, that block by Moroska, because it hit him kind of in the upper arm where there's no padding. You can see him flexing his hand out there on the ice. He's still in a bit of discomfort, but he stays out there.
Oh, good play. They're looking for Suter, but they weren't able to connect. And N-Trip is going to look to add numbers. Here comes Cirillo looking to get by the defender. Moroska puts him into the boards, and he's going to take an interference penalty. That was a really savvy play there by Gavin Cirillo. He locked shoulders with the big defenseman Moroska, and when Moroska shook him off, he dropped. And for the second time, I'm not going to call it a dive, I'm going to call it a smart play, but N-Trip knew how to sell it, and they're going back to the power play with 6:47 to go in regulation.
You have to think that maybe the officials were on the lookout for anything that was on the edge of a penalty for Binghamton. In that case, the call that ended up going in Binghamton's favor early in this period. Frequently, you'll see referees then look to kind of even things out. In that case, not surprised to see them make the call. And it's going to be a chance here for the NCCC power play to try to break this 4-4 deadlock tie. It's been a great game here from Northwest Arena here in Jamestown. Everything we expected from these two sides.
Labruto looking to skate through three. The puck is knocked off of him and down. Oh, this could be trouble. Here comes Justin Grew. Justin Grew looks to get outside, and a great back check by Spencer Rinzak. We've said his name 1,000 times, it feels like, tonight. He has been exceptional.
Yeah, Grew made a good play to step around Lee, but it was that back pressure, the second defender rejoining the play. Rinzak making that extra effort, second or third effort to make sure he was back there defensively to deny any sort of shorthanded opportunity.
Trouble holding it here. Here's the chance in, and a huge save with the glove there by Trevor Goodyear. Corey Foster with the turnover by Caleb Lee walks in, goes to the backhand, and there's the biggest save of the night for the Niagara County Community College goaltender.
Goodyear making a huge glove save there as the shorthanded opportunity. It looked like Binghamton was going to return the favor of the shorthanded goal that NCCC scored against them. They almost had it there as Foster looking for his second of the game. Great save as Foster went forehand, backhand, and tried to elevate it. He did what he was trying to do on that move. The goaltender, Goodyear, though, up to the challenge.
Yeah, and this game has had everything so far, and we have 5 minutes to go as the Thunderwolves look to break out and get back to work on their power play as they have a minute left. Koluzny gains center ice, sends the puck in deep. Ivan Bogoch looks to send it out there, and Casulo keeps it in, and Casulo sends the puck back to Cirillo. Eddie Jeter with a wrist shot, hits Blood good in the chest, rebound in front, ends up behind the net. Jack O'Brien looking to clear it, and again, Casulo keeping it in. Koluzny down inside the line, gets it down low. N-Trip looking to set up into the front of the net to Koluzny, back down low, and Casulo will pick it up. He loses it, and it's going to go out to center ice.
He made the two great plays there on the wall, did Casulo. It was the one that didn't have as much momentum that managed to sneak by him and get out to center ice.
This game is vicious, Aaron. Puck sent in deep, and it's going to be retrieved by Eddie Jeter. N-Trip might have one last chance to start a rush here. Looks like they're just going to settle it down and go back to even strength as Koluzny will get the puck. He'll send the puck up to Eddie Jeter as he will skate the puck out through the center of the ice. Here's Spencer Rinzak on his backhand. Gets driven into the goaltender right there. Everybody seems to be okay as we're going to get a whistle as the net comes off the pegs as we return to even strength with 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the game.
Binghamton with the kill that they needed right there. We were saying that maybe some of those questionable penalties, you get the final determination as to whether or not it should have been called with how the power play goes. In this case, Binghamton doing the work that they needed to do to kill off that 2-minute minor. And now it appears the faceoff is going to come out to center ice after the sliding NCCC player ended up resulting in the net coming off of its moorings.
Puck picked up in the neutral zone by Caleb Lee. His teammates were offside, so he sends the puck in deep, and the Thunderwolves will begin on the forecheck. Schmidl is moving back to his position of center as we're late in the game, and here comes Owen Roll. Here is the top line. Sends it over, and a good defensive play there by Caleb Lee to take the puck off of Simac's stick. Lee will send a breakout pass to Chuck Schmidl, and a good defensive play there as it's Jack Moroska to send the puck in deep. Cucci will send the puck. Oh, that's in a dangerous area, but the Thunderwolves get it cleared out. Puck is in feet right here, and it's sent up to Schmidl just off the heel of his stick. Binghamton will look to clear. A lot of play in the neutral zone here. Both teams playing really well defensively in all three facets of the ice here, but here comes Owen Roll. Owen Roll down the side. He's going to hit the brakes and look for a trailer. Roll on his backhand, gets the puck knocked off him, does a good job to keep it in the zone, but the puck is sent out by Jason Cucci and then sent right back in there by Dominic Migliorato. Puck is sent to open ice there, nobody home, and then Kevin Cullen will send it in. Kevin Cullen will get the puck to Joey Labruto, who will then chip it ahead. He's got some room here with a back checker in pursuit. Labruto looking to get it deep, takes a bit of a hit there by Migliorato, nothing too crazy, and then Hess will go to pick up the puck. Hess will send the puck back to Eddie Jeter. Jeter through the neutral zone to Labruto. He will chip the puck in deep and go off for a change. Puck picked up by Binghamton looking to break it out. But again, a good play here as Hess has it down low. What a defensive play right there. And as that was Migliorato again. He's been outstanding tonight.
It's those little things that are going to make the difference here in the last 3 minutes. The extra sacrifice defensively to make a play like that one by Migliorato, and the smart plays offensively as well. The little details, which team takes care of them better here in the last 3 minutes, that's going to be a big determining factor.
Cullen sends the puck up to Bogacz. Bogacz sends it deep. Did not have a winger there. They waved off the icing.
Some video issues. We get that sorted away.
Puck sent in by Binghamton, and it's picked up there by Eddie Jeter. Eddie Jeter sends the puck down low, and he's going to look to recircle the ice. Jeter chips the puck out, and it's sent into the neutral zone, where it's picked up there by Jack O'Brien. Puck knocked to center ice right there, and it's going to be sent in by Bogacz, where it's picked up there by Eddie Jeter. Jeter sends the puck up, and it's going to be sent through in the skates of Bogacz, looking for Anthony Miller. Nothing there. Binghamton gains the line, and it's held in there by the Bearcats. Shot just wide, and it's going to go all the way out into the neutral zone, which will be picked up by Henderson, who's going to send a D-to-D pass to Jack O'Brien, who will then send the puck down low, where it's played there by Goodyear, who will then send the puck up and out of the zone, back to center ice with less than 2 minutes to go in regulation. Wow, sneak attack shot there by Henderson. Goodyear had to be ready for that, and he squeezes and he plays it. Entrip not able to get the puck out as Casulo picks it up. Casulo loses the puck, but Cucci right there to recover. Puck sent by Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller down the right side. He's got a defender on him to the back door. Nothing there as Binghamton's looking to break out. Puck chipped over the head of the Entrip defenseman. That will be an icing as Caleb Lee will touch, and we will have an offensive zone faceoff. Offensive zone faceoff coming for the Thunderwolves as they will keep the same five out there. Binghamton getting Simak out there. We have a timeout call here.
Thankfully, too, because we've finally gotten the camera issues sorted out. Occasionally, we just have a little bit of technical issues and have to get them sorted away, and to have the technology start to cooperate with us. Finally is here as the timeout is taken, and the last minute 13 setting up here. The drama is all teed up for us here, Sean. Can't wait to see how this one ends.
And right before that drama ensues, we do want to point out that our coverage for Nickel City Hockey Network's coverage of this tournament is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility with simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social, the area's top destination for year-round practice and instruction, and with a great selection of beer and wine, the perfect place to watch golf with those who love the game. Find them downtown in Buffalo or in Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast is also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, or retail or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty at 716-856-2872 or at militello.com. Kuchi's going to have to win a race there, and he does, and we were going to get icing with 1 minute, 7 seconds left remaining in regulation.
See what NCCC can do here with this offensive zone draw. No surprise they have some of their best forwards out there for this face-off. This line of Schmidl, Rinzak, and Labruto, they have been some of the best players here for NCCC so far tonight.
Yeah, no surprise that Coach Allaire is going to keep them out there the biggest moment of their season by far. Lee keeps it in there, but Schmidl's not able to keep it in, and Simak is going to head down the line. Simak takes a shot. Oh, and it handcuffs Goodyear, but he reaches around behind his back and keeps it out.
That got by him. Didn't get to the goal line, but it got by him.
With heads-up play there by the goaltender Goodyear, and Binghamton looking to rush it out again. Migliorato sends it up. Here come the Bearcats. Here comes Justin Franks. Franks sends the puck in deep. He will retrieve it down below the line. Justin Franks goes down, but he does get the puck in deep for Justin Grew. Justin Grew to Ivan Bogash as he will send it on. Steered away there by Goodyear with 20 seconds to go. Bogash keeping the puck in, doing a great job. Schmidl fighting for it. Gets the puck up there to Rimzak. And again, Bogash keeps the puck in at the line. Rinzak's got a streaker. It's Kuchi, but there's two defensemen back there. Jack O'Brien chips it by him. Labruto in pursuit. And that will do it for regulation as we are heading to overtime.
Second game in a row for the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves going to extra time. It took overtime for them to knock off the top seed, the #1 ranked St. Bonaventure Bonnies in the quarterfinals. And now they're taking the Central Division champions, the Binghamton Bearcats, to overtime here in the league semifinals. Certainly the Cinderella story continues for the NCCC Thunderwolves. Their season will continue here into overtime as they have a chance to knock off Binghamton in extra time here. As all the drama continues to be set up, we were excited to see how that period would come to a conclusion. It came to a conclusion with extra hockey in the offing.
Yeah, and this just feels right with this game. It's been a well-played game even on both sides, Aaron. And we're going to get a winner here one way or the other. It's going to be interesting to see how that happens. So before we head to take a break while they resurface the ice, Nickel City Hockey Network's coverage of the UNYCHL Final Four is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, and leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's premier destination for year-round practice and instruction. With a great selection of beer and wine, it's also the perfect place to sit and watch golf with those who you serve. Locations downtown and in Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast is also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker to buy, sell, or lease any commercial, retail, or investment property or an office. Trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty at 856-2872. By Westher, the largest automotive dealer in the state of New York, selling over 5,000 pre-owned and new vehicles every year to customers in Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. Westher Auto, dedicated to absolute excellence in customer service. From Envious Gameware, designers of custom high-end hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. The thinking of look good, feel good, play good goes into every Envious jersey design. Find them at enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. And finally, by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions, offering consultations for web and graphic design, social media, writing and editing services, and multimedia solutions, and so much more. Visit them at 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. We'll be back after this, everybody, for overtime after we take a quick break here on Nickel City Hockey Network.
There's benefits to practicing both indoors and outdoors, but one of the great things about practicing indoors here, with the technology we have, that golf ball, whatever it's doing in here, is exactly what it's doing outside. So using it here allows you the opportunity to change, to play around with your numbers, to see what fits you best and how your eye sees the golf shot, and able to then allow you to have the repetition to do it on the course under pressure, time in and time out. I think one of the best things about having an instructor that you could rely on is you have someone to bounce ideas off of, and sometimes they're there just to remind you that one thing you could have forgot about from a few lessons ago. An instructor's job is to also help keep you on track with the end game, or the end goal I should say, in sight, and slowly but surely getting to that point. I like to empower you to understand everything that's going on, so that when I'm not with you or you are on the golf course, you can know exactly why you had that mishit and be able to then fix it immediately and enjoy the rest of your round, keep your round under control, and continue progressing forward.
And welcome back inside Northwest Arena in Jamestown, New York, where we have overtime. The Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Binghamton Bearcats have played 60 minutes of regulation. Not enough as we skate to a 4-4 tie, and the exciting conclusion is coming up next. But before we get to that, Nickel City Hockey Network's coverage of the UNYCHL Final Four is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's premier indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social, the best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Also a great section of beer and wine, so it's a perfect place to sit and watch golf with others who love the game. Locations in downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park, New York. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast on Nickel City Hockey Network is also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty at 716-856-2872 or militello.com. Aaron, we're ready for puck drop. Predictions for Binghamton and for N-Trip. Who do you got?
Oh, it's hard to pick anybody but the two guys that are about to face off right now. I'll take Chuck Schmidl for NCCC and Christopher Simak for Binghamton.
And real quick, I will go with Justin Franks. And I will go with Spencer Rimzak for N-Trip as we are underway. And Usinski sends the puck up. Here's Owen Roll, one man back. Owen Roll waiting for help, looking for Christopher Simak. Good back check there by N-Trip. And Perry will lose it. Oh, but Casulo lost his stick. They would have had numbers there, but they get the puck in deep with Schmidl in pursuit. Labruto working on the wall. Here he comes. Labruto steps inside and outside, but good team defense by the Bearcats as they will send it up to Owen Roll. Pass behind him, taken by Jason Cucci. Tries to carry it through, gets it knocked off him, but his defense partner Lee is in support, but he ices the puck, and he clearly did not mean to do that.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for a passing option, was ready to pass the puck, didn't really have a passing option, but he was already committed to getting rid of it. Ended up just having a vacant board to send that one to, so it ends up resulting in an icing. He'll have to rely on his captain, the center Chuck Schmidl, to win this draw.
Possession gained there by the Bearcats as it's held in. Bearcats looking to gain possession as they're going to move it around. Puck sent in deep there where Jason Cucci will pick it up. He'll send it down the ice. This will go on Bloodgood, and that's going to work out for Niagara County Community College as they go from icing to an offensive zone faceoff on a clear, and the Thunderwolves will change.
Shots on goal through 3 periods of play in favor of Binghamton by a fairly decent margin, too, 36-17 in regulation. 32 big saves, though, for Trevor Goodyear so far. He has been excellent here in this game, and the team in front of him has taken advantage when they've gotten the opportunities to put the puck in the net.
Bogoch sends the puck through the neutral zone. Binghamton will gain the line, but it's picked up there by N-Trip, and they will go the other way. Here's Spencer Rinzak, knocked off the puck neatly there by Justin Franks. Puck goes on the goaltender Goodyear, and he will cover. So these goaltenders are not about to take any chances right here, Aaron. When in doubt, cover it up. Can't say I blame them for that strategy.
Certainly gives your team that extra little bit of a second to make sure that all the proper personnel are out there and just settles things down that extra little bit. Anytime that the puck can be frozen but isn't, things kind of tend to get a little bit scrambly around the net. I think anytime that there's an option, the goaltenders probably will go ahead and cover it like they have already a couple of times.
Puck sent inwards, picked up there by Eddie Jetter. Jetter will look to send the puck out, and N-Trip is just launching the puck out of their own end right now, almost like they're on a penalty kill. Bloodgood decides to play this one, and he's going to send it in the neutral zone where Anthony Miller does a nice job of sending the puck back, but we have a whistle.
And some confusion as to why. Stewart there asking for the explanation at the blue line from the linesman, who's just a little bit slow to give one. I think it's an offsides. That's the call.
I don't even think he gave it. But either way, we got a face-off in the neutral zone between Miller and McKendry, and N-Trip will gather the puck up, and it's sent back into the zone where it's picked up there by Caleb Lee. Lee will send the puck back to Jason Cucci, looking for a passing option. Gains center ice, gets it taken off his stick, but Miller is in support. Miller takes a hit to make a play. There's the shot. Bloodgood makes the save, leaves a rebound, but it's cleared out of the way. Puck sent up and it's spent out where Jason Cucci in the neutral zone will go D to Caleb Lee, where Lee will then send the puck all the way around, and Miller will look to gain possession. He will do so looking in front. Good stick there, and by McKendry, and we're holding on. Caleb Lee at the point sends the puck down low to Miller, but it's taken off his stick, and Binghamton will clear. Jason Cucci will retreat back into his own end, icing waved off, and both teams will get a change, and Cucci, another miscommunication.
Icing waved off, though.
Icing waved off because the forward was down there. That was Hess, and a fortunate play there by N-Trip. They should be able to at least get set up a little bit so they can be ready defensively. They will keep the puck in as Lee takes a long shot. He scores! Caleb Lee from the blue line, a sneak attack, fires it low under the blocker of Adam Bloodgood. The Cinderella story continues. The clock has not struck midnight. We've got a battle of Niagara Falls and Jamestown tomorrow as the Thunderwolves will meet the Purple Eagles in the championship.
Unreal. The shot coming in from the point by Caleb Lee looked like a harmless type of shot, but it looked like it might have gone off the back end of the stick of Bloodgood. It finds a sliver of the top corner of the net, and Caleb Lee sends the Thunderwolves into the UNYCHL championship tomorrow. It's going to be Niagara and Niagara County Community College, a rematch of a game that just happened recently. They met twice during the regular season, both games going in favor of Niagara, but those results mean nothing tomorrow because this one is for all of the marbles in the UNYCHL. NCCC will get a chance to add a Tier 1 title to their Tier 2 titles that they won the previous 2 times into this tournament, and they will face off against their crosstown rivals, the Niagara University Purple Eagles. It was one of those funky shots in overtime that ends up deciding it, but it's a 5-4 win for Cinderella. The NCCC Thunderwolves come out of this one with another victory in overtime. They take out the top 5 seeded teams in the nation in this playoffs, and they'll have a chance to lift the Tier 1 championship trophy tomorrow.
What a game start to finish here by both teams. Disappointment for Binghamton again. Another spectacular season by the Bearcats. Nothing you can do about it. It was a great game start to finish. I remember standing on the ice at the Tacoma rink with Chuck Schmidl after they had won the Tier 2 championship, and he said to me that their goal was not only to go to Tier 1, but prove they can compete in Tier 1. Aaron, I would say playing for a title in your first year in a division means that the commissioner made the right call to send you up to Tier 1.
And they certainly have lived up to the expectations of being able to play up to the level of Tier 1 hockey. Even we heard from Chuck Schmidl on UNYCHL Rinkside, the official league podcast earlier this week. He was talking about the fact that it was a bit of a surprise even to him that they've been this successful at Tier 1. Obviously, they wanted to have this kind of success, but maybe this was a little bit more than even they could have seen coming in this case. Great work by the NCCC Thunderwolves. They're playing good hockey at the right time of year, and they have taken advantage of a chance to win this game, and they have taken out Binghamton in overtime. Second consecutive year that the Binghamton Bearcats will fall in the semifinal game, and they'll go home disappointed, unable to take home the UNYCHL tournament trophy, and CCC is going to get a chance to play for that tomorrow.
Yeah, I know they called the Niagara Cup the winner of the Monsignor Martin division back home in Buffalo, but guess what? We have the 2 UNYCHL teams from Niagara Falls playing tomorrow for a championship, and they're both new faces. We have a team in their second year in this tier. We have a team that just made it up to this tier. Both teams are proving that they belong, and it looks like Niagara Falls is the UNYCHL hockey capital, at least in 2023.
Caleb Lee getting the game winner in overtime, the assist going to Nicholas Hess. Should mention that it was his hustle that ended up beating out an icing play about 20 seconds before that goal was scored. Nicholas Hess getting the assist, Caleb Lee with the game winner in overtime. And Niagara County Community College advances to the UNYCHL Tier 1 final tomorrow, where they will face the Niagara University Purple Eagles. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back with our 3-star selections of the game presented by Wester Auto. Stay tuned as we have plenty more coverage coming up here from Northwest Arena in Jamestown of a thrilling 5-4 Niagara County Community College overtime win over Binghamton in the UNYCHL semifinals. More coverage coming up here on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready? People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
And welcome back inside Northwest Arena in Jamestown, New York, where we just witnessed a thrilling conclusion to the semifinal game that will send the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves to the Tier 1 championship, where they will face their crosstown rival, the Niagara University Purple Eagles. But before we do that, right here on the Western postgame show, we're going to select our 3 stars. And Aaron, who do we got?
Third star, Jack Moroska from Binghamton. We kind of had a debate up here as to which of the Binghamton defensemen was most worthy of that honor. You could have made a case for several of them. Jack O'Brien had a goal. Jack Moroska also with the goal there. Several other players had solid outings for Binghamton. Tough loss, obviously, as they end up going down in defeat here in this one.
Yeah, but our second star is going to be Spencer Rinzak. He was all over the ice today making plays. He was the driving force behind his team. Huge reason as to why they were able to get back into it after going down 2-0 early. And Aaron, it goes no surprise to anybody. First star is going to be Caleb Lee. Not only did he have a great game defensively, not only was he great moving the puck, but he had the golden goal. He had the goal that keeps the clock sitting at 11:59 p.m. on the Cinderella story. And these Thunderwolves in their first year in Tier 1, they are going to head to the championship.
A thrilling finish, too, as it's Caleb Lee getting the goal in overtime to send his team on to the finals. Caleb Lee certainly a worthy selection of the first star of the game, as he not only did a good job playing defensively, but gets the game-winning goal, as he is the hero as he's celebrating with his teammates in the locker room there, as the NCCC Thunderwolves keep the Cinderella slipper on just a little bit longer here, as they will have a shot at the UNYCHL title tomorrow, as they come out with a overtime victory, a thrilling overtime victory, as they take down the top team from the Central Division, the Binghamton Bearcats, the team that went all the way to the national final game last season, but unable to win in the semifinals of the UNYCHL yet again, as it is NCCC, the Thunderwolves, scoring another upset. They have taken down St. Bonaventure and taken down Binghamton. Next on the hit list is the number 2 team in the country, the Niagara University Purple Eagles. They'll get a chance to make the trifecta play there as they try to take out the top 3 teams in the UNYCHL to stake their claim as the best team in the league. And the chance to play for a trophy tomorrow. That's certainly plenty of excitement for them, and certainly plenty of reason to be excited as a program. They have certainly put together a great showing in the playoffs, a great showing in this game here tonight, a thrilling finish with the 5-4 overtime victory.
Yes, this is, you couldn't have scripted it any better for N-Trip so far. They told us they wanted to come to Tier 1. They felt like they belonged in Tier 1, and they were due to be in Tier 1. Well, they've proved that times 10, and they get to prove it times 100 tomorrow. Like I said, we have a Battle of the Falls, but we're doing it in Jamestown tomorrow. What a game start to finish. Binghamton also played an outstanding game. We definitely want to take nothing away from them, what they've built in this league, what they're going to continue to be. They're a great hockey team. They bring out one of the most dangerous scoring lines at this level of hockey, and they're not done yet.
Yeah, much like we said about Cornell earlier today, they still have more to play for this year. There's still the national championship on the horizon for them, where they will go to try to replicate their run of last year in Philadelphia. But obviously, it's going to be a bitter taste in the mouth in the for the drive home back to Binghamton as the Bearcats fall in the UNYCHL semifinal yet again. Same as they did last year, they fell to Buff State in that game. This time, it's that same 5-4 result that they are on the wrong end of. This time, it's the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves. The Thunderwolves will get a chance to play for the Tier 1 championship tomorrow.
And before we bid you adieu, we do want to acknowledge our sponsors, as Nickel City Hockey Network's coverage of the UNYCHL Final Four is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facilities with lessons, simulators, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Also a great selection of beer and wine, making it the perfect place to sit and watch golf with others who love the game. Locations downtown in Orchard Park, New York. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, or retail or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty at 716-856-2872. By West Her, the largest automotive dealer group in New York State, selling over 50,000 pre-owned and new vehicles every year to customers in Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. Wester Auto, dedicated to absolute excellence in customer service. By Envious Gameware, designers of custom high-end hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. The thinking of look good, feel good, play good goes into Envious jersey design. Find them at enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. By 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions, offering consultation for web and graphic design, social media writing and editing services with multimedia, and so much more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. Oh, look who's here, Aaron. We have the game-winning goal scorer, and I think I have a few things I'd like to ask him.
Well, let me get a headset over to him so you can hear some insight from the hero tonight for Niagara County Community College, Caleb Lee, joining us up here in the broadcast booth. Just have you guys step over there, over to the side, so we can get you on camera, and hand you these headphones here, Caleb. Congratulations on the win. Great goal.
Like we're just saying here, we are here with the hero, Caleb Lee, and I don't know if you heard some of your fans down there, but you're absolutely not loving the Cinderella story. You're not here to hear that, and we love you guys for it. You had a huge win to get here over number 1 St. Bonaventure, and then you show up, you play a great game against Binghamton. So let's talk about that first. What was the motivation coming into Binghamton? You took down Bonaventure. Did you look at it the same way, or did you see them as a completely different challenge, or maybe a little bit of both?
I think a little bit of both. I think they play a different style of hockey than Bonnie's, but at the end of the day, we're here to win, and we are a bunch of local guys that have played together, and we know what it takes to go out there and win. I think we're just enjoying the moment right now and living in it and getting some puck luck, but at the end of the day, I think we're playing good too.
I remember last year I interviewed your captain, Chucky Schmidl, on the ice after you guys won the Tier 2 championship, and he had said to me that you had 2 goals. One was to go to Tier 1, but that wasn't enough. The goal was to succeed in Tier 1. I know that you're a hockey player. Your goals are sky high or nothing, but you're going to play Niagara, your crosstown rival, for a championship in your first year in Tier 1. Has that set in yet, and how does that feel? I mean, you guys believed you could do it, but now that it's reality, how does it feel?
Yeah, once I get back to the hotel, it will. It's a battle every time we play them. We're about 10 minutes apart. It's a very physical hockey game every time. I think we're more than good enough and capable of beating them if we come to play, and then we'll see from there.
And now the question everybody wants to know, walk us through the goal. Tell me what you saw, especially after your teammate beat out an icing to get you guys that possession.
Yeah. So actually, our coach, Drew Harris, came up to me, Chuck, and Coochie before the start of the period. He told us, let's try the icing play. Let's try to have guys beat them out. And that's what worked there. We tried it, and then the puck came high slot. And once I shot it, honestly, I knew it was going in right away. It didn't set in until it went in, and then it was just like crazy from there. But
well, like we said, your first year in Tier 1, some may call you a Cinderella story. Whatever the case may be, the clock has not struck midnight, and we're going to have a battle of the falls tomorrow for the championship. Caleb Lee, the hero tonight, gets the game-winning goal for NCCC. We'll see him tomorrow in the Tier 1 championship against Niagara. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow, man.
Good luck. I appreciate it.
That was Caleb Lee, the defenseman for the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves. Played a great game today, is the hero, and sends his team to the Tier 1 championship tomorrow against crosstown rival Niagara University. Aaron, anything else to cap off this exciting day for us?
Well, it's certainly the type of day that we were looking forward to on the here on our coverage on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Always excited to see how the Final Four will play out, and both of these games certainly delivered. Niagara with a command performance in the early game. They were solid from start to finish. You certainly could see why they deserved their number 2 national ranking, and a pretty convincing victory in the end with the 5-1 win over Cornell. And then the nightcap. What can you say about the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves? Didn't matter that they were outshot by almost 20 here in this game. They took advantage of the opportunities. The shots that they had were high-quality ones. And when they had the opening, they took advantage of that opening, and in a big way. So they come out of here with another huge win, another upset victory, I guess you could say. But I guess we got to stop calling them upsets when they continue to knock off top 5 teams like they have in their last 2 games. Pair of overtime wins over St. Bonaventure and Binghamton. Hard to say that the Thunderwolves are the Cinderellas now, because they've proven that they belong right there in that same conversation.
And their fans were quick to tell us that this team and their fans and their support group do not view them as a Cinderella story. And you know what? I'll take it. I respect it. They probably had doubters going in against Bonaventure. They beat them in overtime. They probably had doubters against Binghamton, because Binghamton's been that team for this whole time. But at the end of the day, like we say, it's a game of bounces, it's a game of luck, it's a game of inches. And then you got the last bounce, and they're going to play tomorrow for the championship. That will do it for us here today from Northwest Arena in Jamestown. What a great semifinal we had. For color commentator and producer Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, I am Sean McHugh. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you tomorrow for Championship Sunday.